welcome Stretford, Paddock. This is the watch-along, Brighton versus Manchester United, final game of the season, and I'm joined by two absolute legends. Let's just say it as it is.
Yeah.
Jay Marty's here. How are you, Jay?
I'm good, man. How nice is it to be sat here knowing full well that United have Champions League football next season?
Yeah.
It's like the Timu version of what used to happen under Fergie, innit?
Yeah.
Like, we'd go in the last day knowing we've won the league, and he'd play all the kids, and it'd be great, and everyone would lose their mind because we'd play West Ham and they'd beat us, and Sheffield United get relegated.
Yeah. And for everyone else, it still matters, but for us, it
we don't care. So it's not quite the same as that, but it is nice the fact we've got Champions League football and we've got third, which is good, obviously. Plus, the last few times me and you've done this, we've done we're looking at there was a couple of times when we've done this, haven't we, where we've been watching the other games as whether it's going to be City or the Scousers or whoever's going to win the league.
Yeah.
Now we know it's Arsenal. I mean, they're already proved themselves absolutely unbearable, but it's slightly more bearable than City winning it, in my opinion, anyway. So It's not a bad day.
I've not bumped into an Arsenal fan in real life yet.
That's what I mean.
I was with a handful of City fans yesterday that would have been a lot more uncomfortable if they'd have just won the league. So, yeah, we can live with it. Finn is here, of course, as well. How are you doing, Finn?
I'm doing very well. I'm looking forward to just having a laugh today.
Yes, we can just have a laugh.
We can just have a laugh.
For as much as we're capable of it within ourselves.
Just piss about a little bit, spam every single ball to Bruno today.
That's all I care about.
Let him get 6 assists.
So that is all that matters today, isn't it? Bruno getting 21.
That's the only storyline.
21 is coming.
Imagine.
Is all that matters. I'm going to go through some of the other fixtures because obviously we're going to be covering everything.
Yeah.
And nothing's on the line in terms of the title. We know that. We know the first, second and third place finishers. Fourth is still up in there, although Aston Villa would have to lose and Liverpool would have to win. But where it gets somewhat tasty, as you can see there, is this Bournemouth, Brighton, Chelsea, Brentford, Sunderland, maybe even Newcastle, although probably not with there being 7 goals behind Chelsea and 3 points behind them. Sunderland could still get European football, as could Brentford. Chelsea could get Europa Conference or Europa League. Brighton can only get Europa League or Conference.
There is a scenario, I think, where they can get Champions League, if I'm not wrong.
Who, Brighton?
If Arsenal win the Champions League and Bournemouth lose and Brighton win, I think...
Wow. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Be wrong there,
so,
but...
is it not the case already that 6th place is going to get Champions League because Villa won the Europa League? Is that not already the case?
No, I thought... Right, get involved in the chat in the comments. I thought Villa had to finish 5th. But why have they finished 4th? Does it not matter?
I don't know. Because that
I think
extra
because
place...
they've got the qualification through the Europa League.
No, sorry. I get that bit. I thought if they finish 5th, then 6th becomes Champions League.
Is that because...
But not if they finish 4th, 6th doesn't become Champions League.
Is that because...
Or am I just making that up?
I think it might be regardless of where they finish. That adds another...
People get in the chat and let us know, because someone was telling me the other day, Villa need to finish 6th, but then I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense, because then why would 6th place be Champions League? If they finish 6th, they've already got it.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is an article yesterday in the BBC that I'm going to read through,
okay,
and that might give us some idea as to what the hell is going on here. Bournemouth have already guaranteed at least a top 7 finish, meaning they will either qualify for the Champions League or the Europa League. So they're safe there. At present, 6th and 7th will qualify for the Europa League because of Man City winning the FA Cup and England winning one of the 2 elite performance spots. If English clubs get 6 Champions League spots, they will lose a Europa League spot in exchange. That would mean that only the 7th place would qualify for the Europa League. So we can't have a situation where there's like 9 European teams.
Yeah, okay.
I think it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is in the Champions League, 7 is in the Europa, and 8 is in the Conference.
Right.
Losing one of the Europa spots. Brighton are currently 7th and have a 1-point advantage over Chelsea and Brentford, the 2 teams directly below them. A win for them would guarantee them Europa League football at least. Okay. If Brighton fail to win and Chelsea win at Sunderland, the Blues would overtake Brighton. Chelsea can also overtake Brighton with a draw. If Brighton were to lose by 2 goals and Brentford failed to win at Anfield, is everyone keeping up? Sunderland themselves could finish in the top 7. For that to happen, they would need Brighton to lose to us and Brentford to drop points. Easy this. What about Europa League Conference qualification? It's a similar story in qualification for the place available for the playoff qualifying round of next season's Conference League. Chelsea are in 8th, as we can see there, and currently possess that available spot. 8th place qualifies for the Conference League because City winning the EFL Cup and that place goes to an English club. Chelsea will secure a European football place in at least the Conference League with a win over Sunderland. Brentford will secure a top 8 finish if they better Chelsea's result, and Sunderland in 10th would leapfrog both if they beat Chelsea and Brentford drop points. Now, that didn't actually tell us how the 5th or 6th...
I was thinking, I thought I'd missed it. I thought you'd said it and I'd missed it.
Yeah, I zoned out there. Can I have it all again?
Let's go again.
Yeah.
No, I do actually have a different one here. So what I need to know is, how the fuck are the Champions League bits working? Someone let us know in the comments. Why does it matter who plays what? I mean, that's the sport. That's the whole...
why does it matter? Do you know what? That's a very good point. Why are we even bothering?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just cancel everything.
Simulate the league.
Yeah, just don't bother.
Computer.
That's the football that we like.
Yeah.
I guess it technically doesn't matter, yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to...
The other thing is, can we scroll down on this, or is it still image? Yeah. If we can scroll down to the bottom while we get some clarity, Jay's going to have a look at the exact...
I'm going to see if I can...
So you can see here, look, Wolves dead, Burnley dead. It's between West Ham and Spurs, and obviously West Ham have a much worse goal difference, so the old Spurs drawing and West Ham winning probably wouldn't be enough unless they won 15-0, which they're not going to do. So what has to happen there is very simple. Spurs have to lose, West Ham have to win. There's no real other way about that. Obviously, in terms of opponents, West Ham are at home to Leeds and Spurs are at home to Everton. So any other permutation, a draw for Spurs, a win for Spurs, obviously, it's all irrelevant at that point. But if Tottenham lose and West Ham win, Tottenham go down, which would be funny to see. But I want to go through United's team
So,
first.
according to ESPN, Villa have to finish 5th for 6th to be at Champions League spot. They can't finish... I think if they finish 4th, it don't count.
How come?
It just says here in ESPN... right. How can there be 6 teams in the Champions League next season? Well, there's only one way it can happen, and that is if Aston Villa, currently 4th in the Premier League table, end up finishing 5th. So this is from ESPN. The Premier League were granted an extra Champions League spot due to their UEFA coefficient, as Arsenal, Villa and Palace all reached their respective finals. So if Villa finish 5th, they will be taking an extra, in inverted commas, Champions League spot, which they also take by winning the Europa League. Effectively, 2 extra Champions League spots cannot be taken by one team, and so if Villa finish 5th, then the extra Premier League spot to the Champions League will drop down to 6th, currently Bournemouth.
That makes sense.
I get, yeah.
So because that 5th place Champions League spot is already an extra bonus spot.
Right.
You can't have it
winning
twice.
The Europa League is also a bonus spot.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to do both, it gets passed down to the next.
So it has to be.
Arsenal winning the Champions League has no bearing.
Sorry, I've not scrolled down that far.
Because theirs isn't an extra spot anyway. So.
Although why is it not an extra spot?
And also, I think there's a limit, isn't there? I presume there's some sort of limit.
Their qualification currently is just
they're
through
not
number
5th.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It is mad though, right?
Yeah.
So 8th will get your Conference League, yeah?
Yeah. Either way.
I mean, you're almost mid-table there, aren't you? Let's be right.
Yeah.
And it's European football.
Yeah.
Like, 8th is a fucking disastrous season for a lot of big clubs, but it could still end up in Europe.
Well, Chelsea might
the
get
Super
European
League
football
already.
this summer.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, which is kind of mental, but then I guess you're looking at it and you think, if Chelsea were in the Europa Conference, is that unfair, or is that like, would you go, what the hell are they doing in Europe? No, because they're a big club who've won lots of European trophies. And also, they won that, didn't they, a couple of years ago?
Honest, unless you're a team that hasn't won any trophies in the last 50 years, the Europa Conference is shit.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree.
If it's a great way for a West Ham or a Palace or a Forest or whoever to get some silverware, which is always nice. But if United were to win the Europa Conference, the only reason it would be any good is that it completes the set.
Yeah.
But it's essentially a friendly, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I think the Europa Conference, when we chatted to Kieran Maguire, he said there's no benefit financially from it for United.
Yeah.
He said if you get Europa League, yeah, you can make some money out of that. I mean, we saw it a few years ago when we were in the Europa League and we had some big games, didn't we? And had that playoff against Barca, and there was obviously money to be made from that. But he just said it's not. You won't get anything out of it. Like,
you spend more on flights.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't, like, advertisers aren't going, oh, you know what I mean? Like, you're just not, the tickets aren't great. It's just, he said it's not worth it for United, but it is obviously worth it for, with all due respect, to Palace or West Ham, whatever.
You say more on flights. Ratcliffe will have him on a boat, they will.
Yeah.
They'll be on a small...
The megabus goes to Kazakhstan,
but then
Ratcliffe
will mistake them for a small boat.
Back in.
Nicely done.
We'd miss our own game at the weekend.
He'd get them blocked.
Unbelievable. Right, we've got the team news. Let's get into this, because I've seen it, but I haven't actually properly seen it.
But I don't believe it.
I've seen it, but I just can't get my head around it. While that's getting ready, oh no, there we go. We've got Lomans in goal, back four of Shaw. All 38 games started this season for Luke Shaw. That is remarkable.
That's incredibly impressive.
That is.
Anyone doing that, let alone someone that's had such injury issues down the years. Then we've got Martinez, Maguire. We'll talk about England in a minute as well, by the way. And Mazraoui as the back four. No Dallo. Then we've got Mainu, Mount, and Bruno, and a front three with some interesting names, but we can see the faces there. Dorgu, Ahmad, and Burmo. That will be amended shortly. It is Dorgu, by the way, not Cunha, just for people. There you go, it's fixed on the smaller one. Substitutes as well, we've got Bindier, Heaven, Malacia, Yoro, Fletcher, Tyler, Fletcher to be specific, Ugarte, Cunha, Lacey, and Xerxes. First of all, Jay, I've seen a few people talk about it in the comments, and I'll start with this super chat from Coach Zach. And I want your thoughts on this. The bench is a joke. Why not bring more kids? Thwaites over Ugarte and Chido, or Ajay over Xerxes would have made more sense in my opinion, but it is what it is.
Well, as I always do when I'm asked a question, I always say, my good friend Finn, Academy Scoop, on Academy Review, he always makes the case that, but rather than saying that, let's just ask Finn on Academy Review, because for me, I'll just say it quickly to answer Joe's question, I'm disappointed we haven't got a Jim Thwaites or... I don't know, maybe a Godwill Kakonki or someone, if not starting, at least more on the bench. I thought there would be a debut today. I thought he might go, look, we're already third. It's a difficult ground to go to, but it's not, it's not the Emirates or the Etihad. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Let's give a youngster a debut. But he hasn't. So Finn, I'll cede to my more knowledgeable friend. What do you make of it all?
Yeah, I've got nothing really more to add to that. It's just quite disappointing to see. There are several players on the bench there, senior players, who may never play another game for United. Malacia basically said his goodbyes at Old Trafford. Yeah. He had his send-off, and it's almost more insulting, in my opinion, to have them on the bench when they know they're not going to get minutes anyway. So it's disappointing that someone like Carrick, who, in every other way gets the club, you'd think that maybe he would understand that today's a kind of day, the type of day where you just throw a bunch of kids on the bench, maybe give one or two a debut if the conditions are right. And someone like Jim Thwaites, after the season that he's had, certainly for me deserves to be on that bench. Again, not to be harsh on Ugarte, but I don't think he really deserves to be there. And there are others as well, so it's a bit disappointing. But there are a couple young players. There's Shea Lacey, Tyler Fletcher, who I would be surprised if they don't get minutes today, and hopefully they can get a chance to impress. But yeah, a little bit disappointing.
I'll try and my hardest there, Finn, and I'm struggling to play devil's advocate. The Malacia one, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I think, we like Tyrone Malacia, he's a nice lad, but he's not good enough for Manchester United. I think we've been through that multiple times, and everyone, it's the one, one of the few things we all agree on. As United fans, he's just not quite at that level. So I don't think it would have been an insult for him not to be on the bench. With Ugarte and Xerxes, Joe, what do you reckon? I'm trying to make the case here. Is there an element of, because you're trying to sell these players, you have them in your squad? Is it a bad PR to go?
It is a bit.
They don't even make the squad anymore, but we're trying to get 50 million quid for him or whatever. Is that an argument?
Maybe. I also think that it's weird because he's not the first manager to do this. I remember, was it Ten Hag in that first season? There's been a couple of times where there's been shouts for playing more academy players than youngsters, and managers tend to not do it. And I don't know, there's loads of things that it could be. I think one is just picking what he thinks are his best players, which I get. But he's also been there when Fergie was playing more youngsters and rotating a little bit. Like you said, Casemiro's not even in the squad today.
Yep.
He had his send-off last week. Surely Malacia, for similar reasons, it wouldn't be bizarre for him to not be in the squad. Ben mentioned it before, and at first I thought... Apologies. At first I thought probably not. But then players do get bonuses for being in the matchday squad. And I wonder whether there is something about, you're going in the summer, your agent's been on the phone, right, Ugarte's agent saying, this is just a random guess example rather than saying, but he needs to be in the squad, that's an extra $5,000 if he's in that squad, or, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are other pressures that don't really come from academy players' agents. I don't know, is the honest answer, because you would think, why not start one of a Kakonki or a Thwaites or whatever? Fucking hell, what's going on?
Sorry,
Is my mic not working?
Yeah, it's not happening. You can hear you, but it sounds a little quite far away.
It sounds far away.
Have we got a spare?
Yeah.
Bring in the substitute.
There we go.
Round your thing there.
Sorry.
You need to lift your back, your front legs up.
Well, it's not the first time you said that to me, Joseph.
Right, I've got a grey one here, is that better?
Check now.
Hello.
We're just ironing
We're just
out
sorting
these
the-
technicalities.
Yeah. I thought we'd done it before we went live.
Technicality of the legend who
It was
recommended you.
fine before. It was fine before.
What?
Hey?
It was fine before.
Oh. Is
I
it
don't know what's happened to it.
any better now?
Yeah.
Sorry, we
Cool.
fixed it. We
Um,
fixed it.
So yeah, there's a few things that it could be, but I don't get it. And I think usually if something feels obvious and then you don't really understand it, there's probably something else going on. Because I'm sure Carrick would have picked a couple more. I'm not saying it's all just down to weird contracty stuff. I don't think it is, but it does feel a bit weird to me. Why wouldn't he? Why? What other reason is there other than stuff we don't know about?
I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, the one thing I will say about maybe starting Jim Thwaites, which I had him in my team. I had him in my team when I thought Casemiro was going to play. Mount's not had a lot of games, has he? Especially with Carrick. And
Yeah.
that might be something he's got to consider.
Jay's mic's doing now.
We've seen
What's
we've
going
got,
on?
Yeah, I don't know. Jay's mic's doing the same thing, Joe. Yours just was.
Oh, a bit of a technical issue here.
Any better? Is mine all right?
Yeah, yours is fine.
Does
Do
it
you
not
wanna
want
change
three
the
at the same
ports or
time?
whatever?
Is that any better?
No.
I'm still. Is it definitely? It's not the headphones or anything. It's definitely the mic.
Yeah.
Is mine okay?
Is Finn up?
it's fine.
Finn is
Okay.
all right. Am I any better now? We're trying to get these difficulties sorted.
We're new-
before we get
we're new
into
to
the
this.
nitty-gritty of the WatchAlong. I'm on blue.
I don't know how that's happened. I've got the cables all mixed up.
Producer Ben's trying his hardest there.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
He's doing his
We'll
hardest.
get there.
Hardest. We're not criticising.
I'm on Grace. That needs plugging in.
Are we
It's
all
not
right?
Plugged in.
Yeah,
He's fixed it.
Right, we're all good.
Producer Ben used his technical knowledge to fix it.
everyone's fine.
All good.
I was
Right.
saying about Mount. I think we both had Thwaites starting, didn't we?
Yes, I believe so.
And we thought there was rumours that he could be involved, and we thought maybe start him. I get why he want to give Mason Mount a start because he's barely played, and it might be a bit like what Casemiro's not in the squad, and I still don't get picked. And I've played barely any. I've started barely any Premier League games under Carrick, so I understand that. But I would have liked to have seen him in the squad, like you say, Finn. I've not watched anywhere near as much of him as you have this season, but saw him obviously in the FA Youth Cup final. Thought he's probably our best player. Seen him in for a couple of other games. You've been rapping about him for ages, and there's a reason for that. So it does seem a little bit surprising he's not involved at all. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just one of those where I think Michael Carrick, he's not Ruben Amorim, is he?
Yeah.
He's not someone where you go, he doesn't trust or believe in the youngsters. It's a bit of a mistake in my opinion, but I don't think it's a sackable offence.
We've got a super chat from Sam Ritchie who says, Finn, it's slightly same point but kind of wider question. Do you find it strange how Carrick spends so much time watching the academy but hasn't really given too many minutes to academy players?
A little bit, because I think obviously the perception of him going to the games is very positive. He clearly has a keen interest in being aware of who's in the academy and who the brighter players are and you know who could be ready for opportunities, but that hasn't yet been reflected in giving those opportunities. Maybe that'll just come with time. You know, he's been under pressure to get results and he has got those results. I think part of the reason that it was so unforgivable under Amorim was he was losing every single game and not trying anything new. Sometimes you bring in younger players off the bench and you know they can give you a new dimension and a new dynamic when you're losing games and you know maybe help pick up a few more points. But I think it's slightly more understandable. Carrick's been winning games consistently with a fairly consistent team. There's not been a ton of rotation because we've only been in one competition. So I would hope to see those opportunities start to be given in the next 6 months or so. I think if it doesn't change, you know, after maybe a whole season of him being there, then I'd be a little bit concerned and I think it would be a bit weird. But I do think he's shown that he has an interest. You know, Amorim never even turned up to any academy games. He was at one under-21s game at Carrington. So Carrick's already done more than that. But yeah, I think it's something to judge maybe a little bit later down the line.
I completely agree. I think it's an interesting one to look at when he knows, you know, like we said, he's been at the club for so long. He gets the idea. He gets what it is, what United fans want, what the club demands, and all that. So, yeah, I'm sure we will see one or both of Lacey and Fletcher today, and maybe that's, we can be all right with that. I think we've got an academy player on the pitch in Kobe Mainu, so it's not as though he doesn't care about the academy at all. But yeah, we all thought he might have played a couple more youngsters. Mike Z with the super chat says Brighton has the highest win percentage versus Manchester United at home in the Premier League, 63%. Given no Casemiro, the lineup makes sense, but I'd play Leacher as a 6 and start Heaven. Mount was awful versus Sunderland. Joe, your thoughts?
I agree. I don't think Mount was good enough against Sunderland. I said that at the time. I think we might have to give up on the Leacher in the 6 either. I just don't think it's ever going to happen. Ten Hag didn't do it for United, did he? I think Leacher had played as a 6. Like, I think it was like 3 times out of 60 appearances or something on it.
There were interviews at Ajax of him explaining why he didn't like that idea anyway.
Oh, right. So it didn't happen under Ten Hag. It didn't happen under Amorim. It's not happened so far under Carrick.
It did happen very briefly under Amorim.
When
Kobe, was it Amorim, was it Fletcher? When Mainu was injured and Bruno was injured. He started in the 6 in one game, or played there at least. But it was like 45 minutes or something.
Oh, right.
It wasn't
under Amorim. Sorry.
It was whether it was Amorim or Fletcher, I can't remember, because it was that spell where Bruno and Mainu were both injured, and he played there for a bit in 1 or 2 games.
Oh, right. Okay.
But it's never
would have been. Yeah, that's probably.
It was only ever emergencies.
Wasn't it Ellen Road? Was it?
I can't. I'll try and find it now. I'll find it. But your point stands. Right. It's not been something that people have been up for.
No, and there's a reason for that. And if it's when Mainu and Bruno was out, then you know what I mean? It's like you haven't really got anyone left, so you got to put a defender in there. I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it is. I think it's. If it was going to happen, I think we'd have seen it a bit more by now. And 45 minutes in his entire United career is, if it is that, it just says that no matter who the manager is, no matter what the situation is, barring you missing your entire midfield, I just don't think he's going to do it.
No.
So I think it's probably right that Mount's in there, bro. Even though I agree with you about Sunderland, I thought he was poor.
It was in the 2-1 loss to Aston Villa away from home on the 21st of December. So it was Amorim,
right?
And it was for half the game, right. And he looked pretty good. But yeah, it's clearly an error. No one. It's not a thing, is it?
That was the one where everyone was like, was that the one where Mainu could have had a chance, but he's injured, and then people like conspiracy theories say he doesn't want to play and all this. Sorry,
yeah. It was a absolute emergency moment that we tried. And I think it's going to be resigned to that, isn't it? If that, but
it's a shame, because like if he'd worked there, that'd probably solve us a lot of problems, because you've got other centre backs. You could play Heaven and Yoro, and no one would mind that alongside Maguire. Or if De Ligt came back, then you'd be laughing. But I just, like I said earlier, I just don't think
it feels like something you can do for 20 minutes in a game as a particular kind of tactical shift if you need it. But it's not. He can't play there for a whole 90.
No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be a thing, is it?
You said earlier about the England thing. You wanted to talk about that. I wanted to ask you something about that.
Go on.
Just I've not spoken to you since the squad was announced, and I think of all of us on the channel, me, you, McCullough, and Steve, you're probably one who cares about England the most, I'd say.
Probably, yeah.
Patriot.
Yeah, unlike Steve.
We'll see if we're done for this.
Yeah, we'll see if we're done for this country, exactly. What did you make of the England team, or the squad, sorry, first of all? And as a second question, if I may, what did you make of Maguire's reaction to being left out?
Okay, so first of all, most of the squad I agreed with. I think there's always going to be this in there. You don't get to take 40 players, and there's going to be fans of players and fans of teams that their players play for that are going to be annoyed that their players didn't get in.
Yeah.
But certain players, Foden has never done it for England, has always looked a bit out of place, has always looked like he needs Pep's arm around his shoulder and not really turn up for England, and hasn't been great for City either this season.
No.
So why would he get picked? That makes sense to me. I think not taking Lewis Hall but taking Livramento, who usually doesn't play when Hall is playing, is an odd one. I know he can do a bit of everything, but I think we've only got one proper left back, haven't we? So that's a bit odd.
Is it Nico O'Reilly?
Nico O'Reilly's the only left back, and even he again
he's not
is sort
100% a natural left back.
Yeah,
so.
and that's a weird one for me. He's been amazing this season, O'Reilly, for City. I'll give him that. But a lot of what's made him so good is his box presence and his ability in attack, which you might do under Tuchel, but you might not. I think someone that's a slightly more natural fullback would make sense. So that was a weird one. But the Maguire one's the maddest one. That is just ridiculous. When especially, it's like if someone says, "Oh, he's just not going for big, box presence defenders." Well, Dan Burn's there. So what can you? You can't tell me again. He can play left back if you need him to. But there's nothing that Dan Burn does. There's no game state where I'm assuming Dan Burn isn't going to start. There's no game state where I go, we need Dan Burn on, and I wouldn't rather put Maguire on in that same moment. There's literally nothing, unless you're playing Marko Arnautovic at right wing and they keep putting deep crosses to that back post and you need Dan Burn at left back specifically for a big tall right winger.
Yeah.
But what's that? I just think that Maguire is better in both boxes. I think he's a better defender generally. I don't think he's particularly any less mobile than Dan Burn. I think he's probably similar, maybe even slightly more mobile than him. I think he's just as good on the ball, if not better. I think all of it is just bizarre. He's also got way more experience at every level, not just for England, but in terms of top flight games, more cup finals, more trophy wins. He knows what he's doing. I think it's ridiculous. In terms of the response from him, I think fair enough. It's not the biggest thing in the world, is it? He said, "I really thought I could make a difference. It's a shame I've not been picked. It's a bit shit, but that's it." I don't think he's gone and slagged anyone off. He's not said anything aggressive or rude. I think that we have this weird thing where you're not allowed to speak, and he's a 33-year-old bloke. Yeah, he's a 33-year-old man that has seen his England career come to an end unfairly. And I think his response is relatively fine. I mean, let's be honest, it don't really matter anyway because he's never getting picked for England again. So I think it's all a little bit, I think it's just stupid. Really.
It's silly because I think Tuchel will feel vindicated by Maguire's response. He'll say, yeah, that's exactly why he's not in the squad. That's exactly why he's not a leader fit to be playing in the squad. But I think Maguire's got every right to show public frustration because it is a shocking decision. Like you just said, there's not a single quality or scenario where you'd have Dan Burn over Maguire.
No.
It just doesn't make sense. It feels like Tuchel's just done it to shake things up and just to be a little bit controversial and just to be a bit of a dick.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Jay? What do you think to the statement and obviously to him being left out?
I'll be honest with you. I agree with everything you said about him being left out. I always look at it, right? Let's say it wasn't England. Let's say it's United. Would you have Dan Burn over Maguire in the United team?
No.
Would you fuck? Let's be
real.
real. Not a chance, would you? Yeah? If we had Dan Burn in our squad and it was a choice of him or Maguire, Harry Maguire would start every single game over him. He just would. Yeah? We all know that. And it's not even a debate. I don't think there's any United fan out there who's being genuine that would say I'd much rather have Dan Burn in my team than Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire this season has played well, especially since Michael Carrick's come in, against some of the top strikers in the league. He's been at the Emirates and done well. He's bossed Erling Haaland. I know mine has got the credit, but Maguire was fantastic in those games. Yeah, like you say, that's the toughest probably the two best teams in Europe, or well, other than PSG, like two of the best teams in Europe. And he turned up against them both, and he's been playing well all season. For England, I don't understand the argument that he doesn't play well. I think he's always done well, other than like a bit of a ropey one in a Nations League game. I think if you look at his record in the cup competitions and the tournaments, I mean, in the Euros, he was player of the match, player in the team of the tournament. Sorry, absolutely smashed his penalty in the final. In the World Cup in 2018, he more or less got a move to United off the back of it. Was fantastic in that tournament. In the last World Cup, he did well and got us to the quarters. I don't think it was his fault that we didn't get further than that. So you're looking, you're going, he's got experience, he's playing well right now. From what we gather, he's a good person to have around the camp. The players, his teammates seem to like him. It does feel a little bit performative almost. This is the thing, like you said, Joe, this is the thing I'm going to do different than Gareth Southgate. He was one of Gareth Southgate's main men. He's not one of mine. I think it's unnecessary. I think if you were going to be, objective about it completely, you just say Harry Maguire ticks all those boxes. And the whole idea that Dan Burn can play left back in a shit Newcastle team, right? They are poor. And you might only beat us with that 10 men. Look at the league table. Look at where they are. Look at what they've done this season. They're not a good team. And he can play at left back for them when they've run out of left backs.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're good enough to play left back in the World Cup for England. What are we doing? Like, I understand the argument. Oh, he can, but that doesn't mean he's good enough there.
No.
If you're in a scenario where Dan Burney's your starting left back and you're going up against France or someone, you're in all sorts of trouble. Like, you are genuinely up against it. Like, you need better options than that. So the whole he can multitask argument falls flat. With all that being said, though, I don't think Harry Maguire did himself any favours with that tweet, and I'll tell you why. I think probably the only sort of criticism Harry Maguire might get is sometimes on social media, not just him, but like his family. There's a bit of noise around him, and people don't like it. And I feel for him because that was my brother or my partner or whatever. I'd be relentless on social media. I don't think you can blame him for that. I said the same thing about Mainoo with his brother, so I'm not going to change it. It's just Maguire. But I just felt like kind of breaking the embargo of the team as well, like more or less announcing it before everyone. And I just think it doesn't look great. The optics of it aren't great. And I just think you could do without that. Yeah, and then Tuchel's getting asked about it as well. And I just think it probably doesn't help you in any way. I always think, does this help you? And I just don't think it did. I think he'd have been better served just waiting and then maybe just saying, I'm disappointed, but I wish the lads well. That, I think, would have been better for him. And I think he's probably gone a little bit early because he's so emotional. So whilst I understand it, I get it, you're fuming, and I agree that he should have gone, I don't think it helped him. That's my only point.
I just think reading it back, I think what he said isn't.
Go on, sorry, I might have misremembered
was shocked and gutted.
So he said, I was confident I could have played a part in this summer for my country after the season I've had. I've been left shocked and gutted by the decision. I've loved nothing more than putting that shirt on and representing my country over the years. I wish all the players all the best this summer.
The only word I would say, and I know we're getting into a little bit like
English lit,
you know, let's deconstruct this tweet, which is ridiculous, is the shocked thing is a bit.
Do you think that's a bit of entitlement?
It's a little bit of a dig
like
that for me at the manager. Slightly, like, I'm shocked that he's not picked me. Like, that for me. I get it, he's hurting. And it's a fucking tweet. He's not tied it to a piece of paper and thrown it through Thomas Tuchel's window. But I just feel it's a bit aggy.
If we are to go English, the sentence after that, though, to me, he's saying Tuchel's told him he's never going to pick him.
Right. Okay,
I've loved nothing more than putting that shirt on and representing my country over the years. I think Tuchel said to him, "You're not in my plans," personally. And I think he's not announcing his retirement in case Tuchel gets knocked out in the group stages this summer and gets fucked off. But I think the conversation went something like, "You're not getting picked. You're not in my plans for England." Because he said even after he played him a couple of months ago, he said like, basically, I don't rate him. I thought he was all right, but he's not the type of player I want. So I think he's not going to get any chance under Tuchel. I think that's probably why he's thought, it worthy of putting a statement out. And also, and it was before the official announcement, but all the journalists had already started going on everything, hadn't they? They'd already clearly heard from friends and family when these calls were being done.
No, I know that like the embargo. We're hearing that Maguire's out and Mainoo's out and all the rest. Mainoo's in, sorry. I get it. I just thought.
No, I do get it. It probably hasn't helped.
I just don't think it helps, and that's the only thing. Because I think Maguire he's other than the whatever went on down in Mykonos, he's got a reputation of being like a decent bloke and one of the good guys to have around and all that. I think that just can be misconstrued or even construed as being a little bit. You said the word entitled. It just I don't think it comes across great, and I always look at things from a United point of view. I don't think he needs to be getting any more grief than he's already had. I just think, he'd have probably been better served just putting out a statement when it was announced saying, I wish the lads well, gutted not to be going with him. And look, if that is the case, Joe, if you're right, and you might be, it makes sense what you're saying, that Tuchel said to him, you're not in my plans ever. I think this is just a reminder, and this might sound like the most ridiculously over-the-top thing anyone's ever said, just a reminder why I didn't want Tuchel. I just think he's flawed as a manager. He is. And, like, people want to go, he's won the Champions League. Well, so's Di Matteo. Like, yes, he won the Champions League and he beat City in the final, and I was buzzing when he did and all the rest of it. But you can't dine out on that forever. And also, I think Pep absolutely shit the bed in that game with his tactics. Let's just be real about that one. I know everyone thinks he's the greatest manager of all time, but look at that starting 11, look at who had on the bench and tell me it made sense to you. Then you look at what happened at Bayern, scraping the league on the last day because Dortmund didn't win, and then not winning the league. You look at how things sort of fell apart at pretty much every club he's been at. The guy's a live wire. I just don't think you need at United. So I'm glad we're not getting him.
I think he's clearly too much of an egotist anyway. I think he cares a lot about his perception. He cares a lot about being looked at as someone who's doing something different, like you mentioned earlier, someone who's different to Southgate. And I think that's kind of clouding his judgment and his choices. I think he's had a track record already in his short tenure of being a bit insulting to Maguire anyway. Yeah. He said in that interview, I think he made a point of saying, Maguire's 5th choice anyway. The hyperbole is just completely unnecessary. He said, was it Chalobah and a couple of other players who clearly just aren't better than him and haven't been better than him in the Premier League. Just using, anyone using their eyes can tell you that.
I've got the quote.
I think,
sorry.
Yeah,
I've got the quote from Tuchel after that. A couple of months ago, he brought Maguire in, played him in the friendly. I can't remember who it was against now. I thought he played okay, fine game. And someone, I think he played quite well. And he was asked about Maguire, like, what did you make of that? Is he getting in your plans? And he said, I haven't changed my mind. I see other players I like to start for us. I see Concert and Gay ahead. I see Chalobah on the level of mobility as slightly ahead of him. I see other players ahead with a different profile, which is a big, detailed answer to a question like, what did you make of your player's performance today?
Just say, he's all right. If you don't want to say, he was fantastic and he's going to play every game, you also don't have to go all the way in the other direction and say, actually this player's better than him and this player's better than him and I'm never going to play him.
Let me do a shopping list of players that I prefer over him.
I don't think... I mean, that's probably what I would give Southgate the most credit for. I was never a massive Gareth Southgate fan. I just thought he was slightly flawed in the sort of the times when you can get over the line. I think he didn't quite have that tactical nous, but he was very good at sort of protecting his players, getting a good atmosphere going. Because I'm long enough in the tooth to remember when England was just a bin fire, where you wouldn't even qualify for some tournaments where players hated each other. I think Rio Ferdinand spoke about where United and City players or Liverpool players, at the time it's probably that, and Chelsea players wouldn't even sit near each other in camp because it was like the rivalry was so intense. Southgate brought everyone together, protected the players, got everyone sort of singing from the same song sheet, and was also very good at the PR element of never digging anyone out and making someone feel like they weren't part of the group or whatever, or pissing off their club manager because he'd said something about him and the managers were like, why has he said that about him? Do you know what I mean? Tuchel's obviously different, has a different approach. Look, this is his first tournament, we'll see. He might get it right. Dan Burn might end up being the best player we've ever seen and scoring a winner in the World Cup final, but I doubt it.
I mean, realistically, he's got tough choices to make, hasn't he? You can't keep everyone happy, and your job is to not care and to do what you think is right, and that's why he's there, Tuchel. So we'll have to wait and see, obviously. This isn't a point that I care about at all, but I've just noticed Haaland not even in the squad for City today in Pep's last game. I wonder why that is. I think they're falling out. I hope they're falling out. Maybe Haaland's leaving, maybe he's going, maybe it's Real Madrid, maybe something good.
I doubt Haaland sees much of a future at City. I would not be surprised at all in the next 2 or 3 seasons if he left. I don't know who signs him because he'll want ridiculous wages.
It'd be Real Madrid, wouldn't it? Or maybe Bayern after Kane.
Bayern after Kane makes sense.
That does actually make a lot of sense.
I'd like to see him at Real Madrid though.
I think he'll be there, won't we, at the game? And it might
maybe he's injured.
It might be one of them. The World Cup's not far away. They're not going to move anywhere from second, are they? So it might just be, come down for the day.
Yeah.
Take part of the celebrations, whatever. And I'm guessing he's going to be at the parade. They're having a parade, aren't they?
Yeah.
When is that?
Tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow. Yeah. So if you're planning on coming into town, then still do, because it won't matter, because there'll be anyone there anyway.
Yeah, that's true. It's a nice, easy way through.
Yeah.
Quieter than usual. Hey, lads, think Emerson will be done next week, according to David.
You bastard. What? You could have edited that when you read it out, and you know full well what it means, and you just thought, I'm going to be clever.
You know what?
Maybe this is an inside scoop.
Maybe signing that lad that used to play for Middlesbrough in the 90s.
Emerson Royale. No, if you'd have said Epperson or Eckerson, M and D are like the opposite ends of the keyboard.
Right, you know full well. Right, what's the full? Read out the full super chat.
This is from Damien Derwin.
Right, go on.
Damien Derwin. So.
Right.
Hey lads.
Right. So yeah, nice.
Think Emerson will be done next week.
Right. I think we've been speaking off camera for quite a while about how it looks like Edison's going to get done next week. So you know full well he meant Edison there.
He might be talking about Emerson Palmieri that used to play for West Ham.
He might be giving us a little exclusive scoop here.
I mean, sorry, Damien. Jay doesn't think you're capable of writing the words you want to write.
Right, I'll tell you
I
what,
personally
Damien.
think he can.
I'm sorry about Joel's attitude. If it was me, I would have edited that.
It's not.
And read it
Right,
out
well,
the way
let's
you
try
obviously
again
intended.
then.
As someone who makes lots of mistakes on a type, I feel for you.
All right then. I'll do it. Hey lads, do you think Elliot Anderson will be done next?
Better, thank
Do
you.
want me to just
Was that hard?
Reword it. No, Edison. I wanted to talk about him. He's been the talk of the town. Central midfielder, plays for Atalanta. Kind of robust, sort of athletic number 8. Not someone that is a out and out defensive midfielder, but isn't someone that is big in terms of his goal contributions and output either. He's a bizarre mix of sort of ineffectiveness at both ends of the pitch.
Wow.
No, I'm joking. But the things that people supposedly like about him are the physicality, the engine, the kind of strength, and the just sort of all-round energy that he supposedly brings. As far as I'm aware, I haven't seen loads of him, but I've tried to do research, read a few reports, etc. It went from being someone that we were linked with very briefly last season, and they again supposedly wanted 50 odd million for him, something that didn't seem to line up with his quality. Then this season he's got 1 year left on his deal. Reports are more in the 30 to 40 million pound ballpark. And it started off that United, reports coming out of Italy that United have agreed terms with him. It's just about getting a fee with Atalanta. Then there was a little bit of pushback that actually, yes, we've spoken to him, but he's one of many and we haven't made a decision yet. But then in the last sort of 48 hours, it seems to have stepped into that. Actually, it seems as though maybe we are a bit more advanced with him than just, he's another guy in Italy that we had a chat with on this big sort of road trip that people seem to have done. What do you make of him, Jay? And how do you think this deal might sort of unfold? Because it seems as though, depending on who you believe, it's like a stage away from being done.
Yeah, I've seen conflicting reports from people that watch him. I think that most of the narrative I've seen around him, people watching him, is a decent player. I am a bit worried that... Not worried that he's not any good, that we have to get this one right, because I feel like you know what you get with Mateus Fernandes, you know what you're getting if you were to get a Baleba or a Wharton or whatever. It's a bit different going to Serie A. Can he make the step up to the Premier League, which I think is a much tougher league than Serie A, and I think you can see the difference in when players have left United or vice versa. It's always been, you can tell that the Premier League is at just a higher standard. So I'm a little bit worried about that, and I think the last time we went abroad to get a midfielder of note, I think it was Ugarte, and that didn't work out. So I think Ineos has a bit of pressure on him to get this one right. I'm hoping, I think we're going to have someone on the channel next week who covers Serie A, so we can chat to them about him.
Great.
I'm sort of working on getting that done. But we'll have to wait and see, is my honest answer, bro. I couldn't tell you enough about him. I'm just going off what I've seen written on social media from people who've watched him. One thing I will say is, if he's got a year left on his deal, we shouldn't be paying more than 35 million for him. I think over that, I think there's got to be a point where you go, over that is too much. And I think if you're paying like 40 million for him, that's too much for me. That he's got a year on his deal, and he's not like someone who's a banker. Oh, you can't get him because he's mint. It's a bit of a punt, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't know why people say you've got an agenda against him, but I fucking hate John Murtaugh as well, and I can't believe we're going to help him by giving him a load of dough for someone who's almost run out of money.
For people who don't know.
Yeah, John Murtaugh came in under Moyes. He's had a few roles at the club, more or less like sort of football director or director of football kind of guy. He apparently fell out with Fergie. Fergie didn't like him. Fergie thought he threw Moyes under the bus. He was, depending on who you read, but there's credible reporting on his time at the club, how just got a lot of transfers wrong, wouldn't pull the trigger on Erling Haaland when we were offered him for pennies, made some bad decisions, upset a lot of people. Just, for me, a guy that was out of his depth at United, and I think he's a big part of the reason we've struggled over the last 10 years. I think he's been involved in a lot of transfers that didn't work out. Then one of the transfers that didn't work out that he was involved in was signing Rasmus Højlund for 72 million or whatever it was. Going into those negotiations, and Finn, you know more than I do, you can sort of tell me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that he was sort of saying to Atalanta, this is our main target, this is the only one we want, which isn't a very good attitude to have when you're going into a negotiation, because that makes them think, well, we're going to get as much money as we can out of you. It's a guy that scored 9 goals in Serie A that season, and we paid 70 odd million quid for him. and he was going to be our main striker. It's not his fault, but it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Then he goes to Atalanta. He gets a job.
He's the
Murtagh.
director of development.
Of course he is, because they love him, because he just got him 73 million quid for a player who had one good season for him.
That was probably part of the deal.
Yeah.
In negotiations.
And now, what's he doing when he's at Atlanta? Fleecing us for 40 odd million quid for a player who's nearly out of contract. Honestly, mate, every time I hear John Murtaugh's name, my heart sinks.
What do you make of Ederson?
I think I understand the club's rationale. I think I understand what they're thinking and what they're probably saying in the meetings. He's a player who's moving into his kind of prime years, but he's not too old. I think Ineos look like they don't want to go above 28, 29. He's 26, so a similar age to Cunha and Mbeumo. He's got Champions League experience. He won the Europa League. He was good in that final against Leverkusen. He's a physical player. I wouldn't say he's elite in terms of his athleticism or physicality. He looks like a standout in terms of physicality, but in Serie A, so it's a very weak, slow league, so I don't think that counts for too much. I think he's an okay player. He's certainly not Ugarte. I think he's significantly better than Ugarte, but no offence to him, I think most midfielders are.
Ugarte is
no offence to him, but I think most midfielders are significantly better than him. Yeah, no offence.
No offence.
But you're
most
shit.
midfielders as well. Just
And also,
the majority.
Significantly.
Yeah. But no offence.
None taken, I'm sure.
Yeah. I just think we can do better. It feels a little bit lazy. It feels like someone we've been linked to in the past. He's a fairly well-known name in European football, but he doesn't have any, real standout qualities for me that make him, nailed on to be a success. It doesn't feel like he really complements many other midfielders in the squad or complements other players that will be signing. I think at that price point, I'd rather United looked to unearth someone maybe a little bit less known. I think there's plenty of shopping to do in the French league. I think in terms of league to league translation, the French league is a real good place to look for Premier League players and especially midfielders. Someone like Mamadou Sangare at the moment is doing fantastic. Maybe he'd be slightly more than 35 million, maybe 40, 45. But I just think United could be a little bit more thoughtful about this, because I understand the argument that, if he comes in as the third midfielder alongside maybe two more marquee names, then it's okay because he's a good squad player. But I don't think we've got room to be signing okay players. I think if you're either signing expensive, nailed-on, successful players, or lesser known players for lower fees, but who obviously have the potential to have very high upside. I'm not just talking about really young players, but maybe players who are 23, 24 in these emerging teams and these emerging kind of roles in their squad that could go in and have a real future at the top level. I think Ederson, I don't know, it's just unexciting to me.
Yeah, he's 26 years old. He's been at Atalanta for 4 years. Like you said, he's not someone that is unknown or particularly kind of, a hidden gem by any means. He's kind of quite a known quantity. I mean, I guess United would say part of the reason he is undervalued is because of this contract coming up. So maybe he is a player that's worth 40, 50 million that we can get for 30, 40 million.
Then I think you can do even better. I think you can do 25.
Well,
he's desperate to come to United. He's got 1 year left.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure, I think the fee will be important. There's been reports of sort of 30 going up to 35 or 34 going up to 38. I think if you get any player that is remotely kind of interested in starting for United, there we go throw, good catch. Paying just under playing under 40 million for even a squad player these days is pretty good, unless they're 13 years old. I think that it is difficult to find those players, and we've seen it with Lomans. That was a very good one.
Yeah,
seen it with Dorgu as well to a certain extent. He was a good signing for 20 million quid or just over, but it's going to be difficult to pick out real gems that can start week in, week out next season, because that's the other thing we need to remember. We're losing 2 and we've only got 1 left. So this player is probably going to actually have to play next season. Mm-hmm. Maybe they just think, once we've got, let's say we get Ederson, let's say we get Mateus Fernandes, and then let's say we get, I don't know, Tchouaméni. Let's just say we get those 3 players for a total 140 million, something, 100, whatever it is, 150, 160 million for those three. Then next season we can buy the 20 million pound 21-year-old or 19-year-old, because if he never plays, we can still work that. Whereas this guy is probably going to have at least 20 appearances for United next season, whoever he is. We need someone that's ready to go right now. Unfortunately, the midfield as it is essentially non-existent after this summer. So maybe that's the thinking. I don't know, because I agree. I'm not hugely inspired by this signing, but I think he kind of maybe ticks some boxes of just getting us to a stronger place than you would if you're going for 18-year-old.
I agree. I think you can probably bring him off the bench in most games, and the performance levels won't fall off a cliff. 'Cause at the very least, he does have a good physical foundation, and he's fairly secure technically. So I think that will be part of the rationale that it feels low risk. Yeah. If you want to provide depth, but
it's just amazing how he's just not there, is he, at all?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you think going into a season where we're going to have so many more games, we are going to lose Casemiro, just even as an option in the squad, but he's just not there, is he? You just can't rely on him.
I think also there's a mental element now as well where his head's gone on it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like to see it. I agree.
We aren't seeing the best version of Ugarte anymore, and I don't think we ever will.
Because me and you, as we often do, the kiss of death. But at one point we were saying, actually, when he comes on, he's not as bad as people are making out. Like, he gets a lot of grief, but if you look at him, he does all right. And then I think since then he's been woeful. Like, he's been as bad as he's ever been. And it's like, you can see mentally, I think it's on you, innit? You can see it's on him. The crowd are on his case.
It happens, innit? That happened with Onana, I think. With the player that we saw, certainly for the second half of last season, United, wasn't the player that we saw at Inter Milan. It just wasn't. You want to leave, you check out, you're in a bad run of form, who knows what's going on at home. We never even think about people's private lives, but there's a million and one things that can lead to you not doing very well at work. And I think with the Ugarte, it's just over in it. It's just never going to work at United. And I could see him going somewhere, maybe not a top team, but I could see him being one of those players that goes to an Ajax or maybe even back to Sporting or someone like that.
Italy probably suits him.
Italy, even going to Atalanta or a team like that and looking like a really solid,
straight swap,
good player, straight swap. But yeah, I think his time at United is just over in it, really. Joshua Bowater with a super chat. Afternoon, chaps. I say this with no malice. There you go. Towards Malacia, but I do feel like he's wasted a spot on the bench. Would be better having a youngster there. I agree, and we couldn't work out exactly why Malacia was on the bench before, and unless anyone's got any new ideas, I don't think anything's changed that front. It doesn't really make sense to any of us, does it, really?
No.
Damien Derwin, who said Emerson before, and I insulted him by reading his message, said, "Can I cancel my membership, please? Thanks, Joe." Yeah, we'll cancel that for you.
No, you're not going to cancel your membership.
I've just blocked him.
Your membership's going to get renewed, and Joe's going to pay for it for you.
It's too late. I've blocked him
because of his nastiness.
It's not unbelievable. This is how patronising Jay is. He thinks that reading your own words is being nasty.
It was bang out of order.
It wasn't bang out of order. Emerson and Edison, they sound similar, but look on the keyboard, they're miles apart, man.
He's got big hands.
Okay, fair enough. Guts Doyle said, Bruno 21 or Spurs relegation. Bruno 21, 100%. Don't care about Spurs getting relegated. And also, if West Ham get relegated, Mateus Fernandes is probably a little bit cheaper. It'd be funny if Spurs did, but I don't really care.
I mean,
what do you think, Jay?
It would be funny because it's just a big story, innit? But I've not really got much of an opinion on Spurs. They're one of the few. It's mad that they've been around for so many years, and I haven't really got a massive opinion on them, especially when they beat us in the Europa League final. But I'm not really that fussed about Spurs, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? I actually probably dislike West Ham a little bit more. But I get your point. Does it help us buy Mercedes Fernandes cheaper? If they get relegated, that could be a bonus for us, I suppose.
I think for the betterment of United, Spurs going down actually isn't a massive positive. I think Mateus Fernandes, with a kind of relegation discount fee, which might still be fairly high, it might still be 55, 60 million, I think he could be such a good signing that I think that's the kind of best case scenario for us today.
The Daily Mail is saying that West Ham are looking to get around 80 million for him.
Fuck off.
It's just posturing, isn't it?
How much did they pay for him?
40. And he's got a sell-on clause. So this is what we were saying before. We were saying this last week about how...
What's his sell-on clause? Sorry,
I think it's like 12.5% or something goes to... Who was it? Southampton,
Yeah.
something like that. So for them to make a profit, they need to sell him for at least 47, 48 million, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
That's profit, isn't it? So what's 10% of 5 million? Like, anyway, they obviously they would get the profit and it comes off that. But if they want to make substantial profit, they need at least 50 million for him, 60 million for him, 70 million for him. 80 just seems ridiculous. I mean, if they get relegated, there's just no chances. I think the most expensive sale for a relegated team is about 40 million.
Lavia was like 50.
Oh yeah, 50
Romeo
or so.
Lavia.
Yeah. I think Ake as well to Man City was 40 million.
Something like that.
But it's in that 40 to... No one's ever
Yeah.
gone for 80 million from a relegated team. First of all, if you've got a load of 80 million pound players in your squad, you're probably not getting relegated. And secondly, you just don't have a leg to stand on with, especially someone like him who clearly wants to leave.
Yeah.
If they get relegated.
I think the way United will want to do it is, if they get relegated, do the same thing we did with Mbumo, get him to publicly basically announce, through his agent or whatever, he only wants United, which according to some fairly reliable reports seems like it could be the case. He idolises Bruno, he clearly admires United as a club. I think United will want them to do that. It takes all of West Ham's negotiation power away, because if it's an open race and several clubs come in for him, then West Ham have a bit of power to hike that fee up.
Yeah.
If he says, I've got no interest in anyone else, I would only like United, then I think it gives United a bit of leverage, and I reckon it would get done at about 55, maybe 60 million.
Yeah.
I don't
And
see it going higher than that.
If you could get Ederson and Mateus Fernandes for comfortably under 100 million, that probably does give you 60 to 80 to spend on a final midfielder. And then obviously depending on how much we get for the likes of Rashford and Ugarte and Xerxes and whoever else we end up
Højlund's
selling. Højlund has already gone for 43 million, I believe, to start with. Maybe from there you end up with another 50 to 60 to play with for other positions. But I think spend 150, 160 million on 3 midfielders, and then we see who's available after that, whether it's a left back, another centre back, a left winger or a striker.
Lewis Hall rumours are starting to pick up
so
a little
again,
I
bit.
love that. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
I love Lewis Hall.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I
I
think
just
he'd be
wonder.
fantastic.
I mean, I think you'd end up paying a lot of money for him. I think the Geordies just dig the reels in. I don't know. Is it the case they have to sell him for a certain amount?
The valuations, I think in one of the reports it was 70 million. So you'd think that could come down a little bit in negotiations. I wouldn't be against United paying maybe 60 for him. I know it's really a lot for a fullback. That's pushing world record fees for a fullback, but I do think he's that level. I think outside of Nuno Mendes, he's probably the best up-and-coming left-back in Europe, and he can do it now. His performance against Barcelona this season in the Champions League was just unbelievable.
He did well,
So
considering how bad his team were as well, that he kept going and he was so good.
I mean, and again, obviously I know his name is completely just someone you don't mention, but in terms of sort of forget the off-the-pitch stuff, just on the pitch, City paid 52 million for Benjamin Mendy, and just as a player was shocking for him. There's a lot of players that come in.
Sorry, go on.
Go on.
I was just going to say, what was Cucurella to Chelsea?
Yeah, he was 50 million,
Like
50,
so
60 million.
It's not outside the realms of
and
possibility.
these aren't,
for-
obviously, again, the stuff with Mendy is a completely different conversation.
Yeah.
But these haven't gone on to be the best fullbacks in the world. It's not everyone's a Hakimi.
No.
50, 60 million for a fullback with good potential isn't unique to Man United, is my point.
Kind of one of the things that got Pep going, wasn't it? He addressed the fullbacks at City when he came in. He was like, I think he had like Kolarov and Clichy and players like that. Zabaleta when he got there.
Yeah.
And I think they had that first season, maybe, forgive me if I'm getting the timeline wrong, where they finished like the third or whatever it was under him, didn't win out. And he was sort of taking stock a little bit, and then they went out and they bought, obviously Mendy didn't work out, but they bought
was
Kyle
Walker in there first?
Yeah. Cancelo after that as well.
He sort of said, like, it was obviously he wanted fullbacks who could get forward and add more in the tank than what he had. And I think with Luke Shaw, he's played 38 games this season, fantastic, well done. And he's, give him credit, because it's not easy coming back from injuries and then getting a constant stream of injuries like he has done. But we need a left back we can rely on for the next sort of few years, and Lewis Hall certainly will be that. And if you were to get Lewis Hall, and let's say you have him for, let's say 5 years, and you paid 60 million for him, there's value for that.
Yeah.
We're not buying a 29-year-old.
Yeah, I think getting Lewis Hall now, with his style as a fullback, his physical qualities, his age and potential, it feels quite similar to me to bringing in 18-year-old Luke Shaw at the time, who was obviously incredibly highly rated. it's like a similar kind of deal where you've got a player there who can do it now, but he's also, you're future-proofing that position, barring injuries or something else going wrong. I think it's the right time to make a signing like that, and I think he'd take that left-hand side of our team up massively.
Yeah, me too. Get your score predictions in the comments then. We're kicking off in a minute. Get your scoreline and goal scorers as well. I've got a couple of super chats where you guys think of your scorelines. Thank you. This is coming from Matty Lovett93. Thank you for all your work this season, guys. One thing I haven't mentioned is the possibility of Nice getting relegated and how the PR could look on Ineos and Man United. I've not even looked at that.
I wasn't even aware that was...
No, so as it stands, Nice are 16th in the league. I don't think they can get relegated, can they? Or maybe they can. Is it 3 they get relegated, or is it only 2? Not sure.
Is it one of the leagues where
Yeah, there might be like a weird playoff or something. As it stands, basically, Nice are 16th out of 18 in that league.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't know the
more.
exact machinations of who gets relegated in that final spot, if anyone does. But, I hadn't even seen that. But, clearly not working out particularly well over there, is it? Mr. Bodies says, lovely name. Come on, you Reds. Cheering from the boys from Ireland. If Bruno gets an assist, I'll be cartwheeling down the street.
Love that.
I really hope he gets it.
I love
really
how
hope he
annoyed
does
everyone's
get it.
getting at this with him. Like, I saw fans trolling United because when we did was it one of the Player of the Year awards that he won? The whole squad was in the picture, and then people were like, "Oh, why is he? Why the whole squad there for him winning an individual award?" And then other people have posted pictures of other squads, like Arsenal or whatever, doing it when one of their players has won something. And it's like, why do you care about
Also,
things
isn't
like
that the sort of thing where it's like, oh, look at him by himself? It's you don't get assist by yourself, mate.
Either way, you lose.
You can take the piss for any reason you want.
It is,
Why is the whole
it is
squad there?
just-
Because he plays for a football team with a fucking squad around him 24/7. Like, what are you
Especially
talking
for
about?
he's clearly won it because of his creativity this season and the way he's brought others into play.
And he's the team captain as well. You can just find any reason to criticise someone. Like you said, if it was the other way around, it's like, oh, Bruno thinks it's all about him.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have got those assists without people finishing it. Okay, yeah, great. So whatever he does, you can just slag it off.
There's I think there's an interview of him out next week, is it? Or is it Diary of the CEO? I think he's on.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Bruno?
I think so.
I saw him chatting the other day to someone, I can't remember who it was, but talking about the award. It might have just been someone internally, I can't remember.
But I love
really
Bruno
nice.
Fernandes.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
it's absolutely fucking insane, some of the shit he gets.
Yeah, me too. VA Rooney, or Varuni, says, big thank you to the Paddock and the community. Thank you very much. By far the best United channel. This is his words, not mine. Showing some of our legends how it should be done.
Why do you not agree with
Let's
it?
just add it.
No, I'm not saying that I disagree.
These are his words, not mine. I would never say that.
I'm just saying
To the
that
channel I
I didn't
part
just
own.
add that for no reason. Not that I disagree
Not
with
my
it.
views.
Yeah.
I think we're barely in the top 5.
Bruno to get that 21 today, and we can bring home 21 next season. Yeah, it'd be nice to get the flavour of 21 in our cheeks
Nice.
before next season.
Sorry.
Check out the merchandise as well, people.
Sometimes
See?
it looks lovely. That
Yeah.
red on cream.
Can we have a single?
It's good quality as well.
There you go.
It is really nice. It is
Yeah.
good quality, actually.
Thank you.
Even in this hot sun, you were wicking away your sweat, weren't you?
Yes.
And then, my word, does it keep you warm in the cold winters?
It does.
Yeah.
It's
Doesn't it?
perfect.
Don't
Perfect blend.
even need a coat. in the winter. No.
It's lovely. We've kicked off then. Martinez
We've got a new producer now. We've got Cristiano on the decks.
on the deck. Go on, Masraoui. United are the best team in the league.
Haven't really
Do we
seen-
all? We're aware of that. aren't
Yeah,
we?
of course
we
we
know
are.
that. I just honestly, the amount of times I've watched other teams this season, and it's the last game of the season, so we can say it now. I honestly think we're the best team in the Premier League.
You know what?
not in terms of quality,
No.
but in terms of like the kind of the equation of results divided by style of play.
Yeah.
I think our number is the smallest.
I think you're right, Joe. The first thing you said about the team. I think our 1 to 11. We can go toe to toe with anyone, and we've shown that. We beat City, we beat Arsenal. It's the squad that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like City and Arsenal have got a squad. They have.
Yeah.
If they lose 1 or 2 players, they'll bring in someone and they're fine. They'll still carry on winning games and getting results. Do you know what I mean? We saw it in you. If they lose, City lose Jeremy Doku, Semenyo steps up or whatever.
Yeah.
They've got a real good option there. I know a lot of the time, like recently, they've started together, but they've got good options. Arsenal have shown it. I know they're not the most exciting team to watch, but they have got a squad. United, we haven't. We just spent half an hour talking about how we've still got Tyrell Malacia on the bench. Like, no disrespect to the kid, but it shows we just haven't got that squad. And that's what needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
That's the problem, because I don't think what you said there, Joe, is that ridiculous. I think from a starting 11 point of view, we're up there with anyone. And
This is why we've
shown that.
It was a little bit confusing to me that there was so much pushback against Carrick potentially being the manager, because a lot of it was people saying, well, are we sure about the style of play? Are we sure that he's got the tactical nous to be playing really good football?
Go on, Ahmad.
Go on,
Ahmad. But you watch other teams in the league throughout the season, and no one consistently plays really pretty football.
No.
I'd say we probably play the best football.
Yeah.
So I think
in terms of actually being fun to watch and seeing exciting goals, no one's doing more of that than we are.
No.
I mean, people might think that's ridiculous, but look at the two teams above us. City have been dominant and have been interesting and impressive, but a lot of times they've been not hugely exciting to watch, even when they're at their best, and they're not at their best at the moment.
Yeah.
And no one would say that Arsenal are playing exciting, fun to watch football. So, and then we're third in the league. So I think it feels like we're not allowed to talk about United in league-wide terms, because we're shit. We're not where we should be, so everything must be terrible. But I don't think it is. I do honestly think, when I watch us, and I've watched a good number of other teams around us as games this season, there are spells where Aston Villa look like they just cannot be arsed playing. They play well sometimes, but even during that great run they had, sort of second and third month of the season, I think a lot of those games they were very fortunate to get the goals and results that they did. You look at Liverpool, have been up and down, and some of their performances, again, they look like they can't be arsed being there, that the players hate it.
Yeah.
And then
they
we've
kind of say
covered
that
the
in
other
some
people
of the social
around us.
media
So,
posts, don't they?
Go on, Dorgu.
so yeah, I don't think it's an absurd thing to say at all. Just, what? Did he think the pitch
Did he think
was
he was
the other way?
defending?
Kept going,
That was interesting. iDoc Ingle says Joey's looking particularly Thorin Oakenshieldy, that's been liked by Stretford Paddock. Who was that?
Quite a Scandi look going on.
It wasn't Jay, was it? He's not
But
from
you
that.
little grass.
He's someone from.
Wasn't me.
He's a I believe a dwarf from the film The Hobbit. But he does have long hair and a beard.
Why does he say "I believe" when you
I've
know
never seen The
full
Hobbit.
well?
I've never seen The
Full
Hobbit
well.
films. That's
I thought
why.
you
That's
call
why.
yourself
That's why.
a
That's why.
Game of Thrones fan.
It's not Game of Thrones, is it?
Right.
Also, that's going to ruin the scoreline for us.
Well, sorry, yeah. That's
Jay's
good
got
point,
live
but
updates.
Good point. I don't even know why I've got live updates. I never usually have them. It just appeared on my phone, like all that porn.
I know them texts.
It's just a virus.
I'd absolutely love Bruno to get the record.
That's all I care about. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck everything else. Who cares?
Yeah. Have we seen all the weather in that? I've just literally just googled the word weather. Have you seen how nice the weather's going to be the next 10 days?
Love this. Go on.
Manchester, that is. For those who
What are we
don't
talking?
celebrate Manchester, you won't get this. But it's 24 today, 31 tomorrow.
That's just too much.
That is too hot.
That's just
yeah.
too much. Sorry.
Then it's 29 on Tuesday, 23 Wednesday, 26 Thursday, then 24, 24, 21, 20. Doesn't dip below.
Sid now.
Doesn't
Sorry.
tip below 20 degrees until Wednesday, the 3rd of June, which is when I go on holiday, by the way.
I don't think so.
Well, we've spoken about it half a dozen times. But yeah, wonderful little spell that
Love
we're having,
that.
innit?
Big fan of that. I love it when it's warm at night, me.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, buzz off that. No, like, you know, when it's like dusk.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
get cold.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
T-shirt.
outside
I
in the
love
shot.
that.
I fell asleep under the tree in the garden last night.
Oh, that's
look at
lovely.
that,
Do you know what I
eh?
mean?
That is nice.
That's class, that. Who's guarded?
She didn't know. I've gone now anyway.
Is it that tree you usually go to at night?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I accidentally left some of my crisp packets, and I think if the DNA test it, they'll know it was me. Oh, well done.
23.
That's a foul, ref.
23 degrees is my limit.
Yeah, same. 100%.
Any hotter than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just feeling
Oh,
poorly.
Who's okay.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I'm alright, thanks, bro. Thank you.
Wolves already 1-0 up against Burnley.
Oh!
Adam Armstrong with the penalty.
Nice.
Ooh.
Too late for either of those nerds, but you know, it'll be nice.
That must be the most depressing game ever, that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, both relegated, both going to play each other again next season. Half these players aren't going to be here. Bore off.
Yeah.
Bore off.
One person that is worth mentioning that we didn't speak about before because we were too busy rage baiting is Kobe Mainoo making the squad. That's a nice little turnaround, isn't it?
That's saved my World Cup, that.
Yeah,
genuinely. No, it has, right? I know that's the most melodramatic thing anyone's ever said about it. But if he didn't go to the World Cup, right, I would be teamless.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a team to get behind. I wouldn't. Yeah. I'm not going to stand there cheering on Jordan fucking Henderson. And I'd be I'd be that angry that he's not there. I couldn't want England to do well. I don't even care if he's necessarily... Well, I do care, but even if he don't get on much, I'd still like the fact he's there.
I think he could... I think he could do similar to what he did at the Euros, where he starts a little bit out of the team.
Yeah.
Probably Anderson and Rice are going to be that starting pivot. But with a few good training performances, gets 5 minutes off the bench in the round of 16. Oh shit, he's our best player. And then starting towards the latter stages.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, if anything were to happen, let's say like I'm going to do it, if anything were to happen to either Anderson, Rice or even Bellingham, I think he's in with a chance in there of starting, every game that they don't play. I'd love that. But yeah, he's been fantastic, hasn't he, this second half of the season since he's come in.
I'm so glad as well that he's sort of got through what looked like it could be the beginning and the end of him at United, and sort of putting the performances he has in. Just got to get it right in the transfer market, man. Now get someone in to come in and play alongside him and hopefully kick on a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Ben.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
Because you know what one, Jay?
No, man, I've got me Pepsi Max cheddar.
Have you?
Go on, Lukey.
Sure now, Doggo.
Go on, dogs.
Go on, dogs.
Oh,
I think Bruno's going to be...
It's poor that from Mbumo now.
yeah. We've struggled to get going in these first 10 minutes, I'd say.
Do you think there's any part of Bruno that thinks, I don't want to look like I'm begging these assists, and I'm going to kind of...
I think at this point he doesn't care.
I hope not.
Unless it's really, really obvious that he should be shooting or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to go for it. What's happened to Michael?
He's a big Trump fan.
Yeah.
What is that? Bit of a
Like,
plaster behind his ear there, isn't it, from Carrick? Not sure about that. Hopefully everything's alright, I'm sure it is. Don't know. Maybe he's had a new Ethernet installed or something.
yeah, Michael
It did
Carrick
look-
sporting a very big plaster behind his ear.
He might have already had
Yeah,
a falling out with Sir Jim or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
He had it in the interview.
He had it in the interview yesterday.
Either yesterday or the day before.
Interesting.
Good response as
Oh.
well from the comments on Daniel Kahn coming in the studio doing an interview with us from Sky.
How was it?
Comments. Really good lad, Daniel. You've done stuff with him, haven't you, for Sky, and both having.
I'm not sure I have,
Have you not? I
Don't
thought you
think
had.
so.
Sorry, I thought you'd.
Maybe I have. No, actually, I might well have, actually.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of people like what you had to say.
Yeah, good.
Came across well, very honest, and people saying get him on again. We're going to do a spoke to him already, and he's like, yeah, he's up for coming on again in the summer.
Good stuff.
Lovely.
Maybe a bit unlucky there, I think.
Yeah. Almost a bit of a dangerous ball over
There's
the
sometimes
top.
people just you have to blame everything on the but like mainly there as he's receiving the ball is being tackled at the same time. Then the ball luckily bobbles to another Brighton player.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he just like there he's been fouled. Surely that's a foul.
How's that not a foul? Sorry, I am. This is really, really stupid. Are we wearing the new kit
Yeah.
on this?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've only just noticed that, which is just...
We wore it in the last game as well.
What?
Are you joking? You noticed it, didn't you?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
I was complaining about the stripes the whole time.
Did we?
We actually, yeah, we did.
I thought we didn't. I was at that game as well. That's a bit
We did, didn't we?
shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
All right.
You thought I was winding up, didn't you?
That's nice.
Did you enjoy it?
Did we win?
Yeah. Did we stripes? Yeah, we stripes.
At least it don't look like the Liverpool kit. Remember that when we brought out it looked like a Liverpool kit?
When was that?
The away one.
Oh yeah, the white and maroon
Oh
one.
mate, I hated that. Because my eyesight, as you may have gathered, is shocking. And I remember thinking, like, it was in Vegas and someone had it, and I thought it was a Scouser.
Yeah, it does. It did look very scarce, and it had that secondary badge on as well. Didn't it? It was just the devil.
I wasn't into that one.
Do you know?
I was just going to say I really like that kit.
Well, you're wrong.
I didn't mind
You
it.
don't.
When did the devil first get put on United's badge? Because that first badge didn't have. Because obviously there's the Man United Football Club one, but that wasn't the first badge, was it? Let's have a look.
I don't know. Is the honest answer. To tackle that Mason Mount. Oh.
Was the first one just the shit?
So there used to be the United, the Manchester crest, didn't there? Have you got it there?
1970 was like.
So potentially, oh no, it's at least 1940.
Did we start getting called the Red Devils before or after it was?
Well,
on
I would
the
assume it was afterwards, because obviously Newton Heath didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And then looking at this,
Yeah, 1970. Oh wait, no.
we're just shouting out bollocks.
Just guessing.
1940s, I think, based on a few semi-unofficial looking graphics here. Although 1960 it didn't have it. 1970, 1973.
That's what I said. But then there is one that looks like that.
So in the 70s then, because for some people having the devil on something is a bit sort of
I remember when it-
blasphemous slash
Yeah.
anti-God.
When it was on the kit,
Yeah.
there was quite a lot of outrage about
Yeah.
that being on it.
Was that? Do you remember any of that, Jay, from the 80s?
Um,
Because this country is a Christian country, like
Yeah.
officially,
Yeah.
and not everyone would like the idea of wearing the devil on your chest if you were really.
yeah.
Donning the devil.
Yeah, I remember there was outrage from it.
Was there?
Yeah, in the 40s, I remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot going on, the war and all that, and then United
Yeah.
did that as well. So
It
people
wasn't
were
at the
fuming.
forefront of your mind, though, was it?
I mean, no,
Because
we were still,
you had bigger things
we had,
to worry about.
fighting the Nazis and that,
Turn the lights off and
Rations. And
rationing the air
Yeah.
and the Blitz. But
Yeah.
we were
And
fuming.
Northern Soul dancing.
Lindy Hop.
Yeah, all that.
Them bloody Teddy boys wreaking havoc on the streets. The mods and the rockers and that.
Yeah. Matt Busby called us the Red Devils after Salford Rugby Club. Interesting. Why is Jordan Henderson there? Sorry, we never even got to that.
I
What the
mean,
fuck is that about?
That is baffling
didn't
to
even play
me.
for
He's
Brentford.
played. I think he's played. Is it
Oh my god.
3 times or something since March? Or he's had 3 starts since March.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on?
And
he
also-
wasn't good enough 4 years ago.
I made this point. I think it was on the live that I did on the Friday morning. What you just said then, Joe. I could get it if for England he'd been mint, and you go, but he's one of those players. He always turns up for his country. But I honestly think, right, Jordan Henderson has been piss poor in pretty much every tournament he's gone to.
Yeah.
I do. I think that 2018 tournament, he's the only one that missed his penalty against Colombia. He was terrible in the semi-final against Croatia. That always does the rounds, that like
I saw
5-minute
that
clip of
highlight
him,
thing of him.
just giving the ball
Every
away
time he gets the ball,
constantly.
just boots it as far
Yeah,
as he
it's
can.
like watching me playing for England,
Yeah.
just hoofing it. And he gets subbed. Was it the Euros where he came on in extra time and got subbed in extra time? Like, how is this?
He's never excelled in an England
How is
shirt,
this
in
man
a big-
suddenly been elevated to like the sort of the reliable midfield enforcer you
a bit
need?
of experience?
Yeah, well, like Brian Robson's got experience. Put him in a squad because it's just like he doesn't offer you anything. And then it's a bit weird that you've sacrificed potentially, well, not potentially, you have sacrificed an Adam Wharton, or I know it's a different type of player, but a Cole Palmer or someone, so you can take Jordan Henderson, where Adam Wharton just had a
Lewis
much
Skelly,
better
I think,
season.
could have.
Or Lewis Skelly. And also, if you're obsessed with bloody who can play in what position, Lewis Skelly can play left back and midfield.
Yeah.
And probably do a better job at left, well, not probably, do a better job at left back than Dan Burn can.
Yeah.
And a better job in midfield than Henderson.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Yeah, it is
Sense.
weird. Yeah. I just thought he's just shit and too old. Like,
Yeah.
there's not even a question there.
Like, I understand, like, Kante's had a bit of resurgence for France, but he can still do it.
Yeah.
People have made comparisons there saying, oh, well, it makes sense for Henderson because Kante's there for France.
Just
If you're,
two different players that are
comparing Jordan
completely
Henderson to N'Golo Kante, you're mentally
that's a nice
unwell.
pass from
Lovely
Bruno,
turn.
from Kobe.
Yeah, it was great from Kobe. Good turn from Bruno. Right, and Burma needs to get up in the box now.
We haven't had an effort on goal yet.
No. Yeah, exactly. Well, Kante's come back in the France squad. Yeah, but Kante's
Kante's
a better
Kante.
player
Kante's
than Jordan
like
Henderson is. Like,
One of the
greatest
greatest in his
DMs
position
in
ever.
the history of football.
don't make a difference.
Like
Exactly.
World Cup winner, like
Go on,
obviously, absolutely dominated the Champions League final. Just a fucking amazing player.
Yeah.
Dominated the Champions League final when he's past his best.
Yeah.
I know obviously he was helped by the fact that Pep, as I said earlier, didn't pick the best team, but was mint in that game. And then you looking at him comparing him to Jordan Henderson. What are you on about?
Yeah. How old is he?
35 or something.
35, yeah. Is he
Ivan Toney's a bit of a weird one as well while we're at it.
I get that one a bit more.
Kind,
Do you?
yeah, kind
Yeah.
of.
Because didn't he say his mate
But also, if
manages
you
their
want 3
team?
strikers, who are you picking?
You know my thoughts on Danny Welbeck. I fucking take
Yeah,
him.
I guess.
Or
that's
even
what
Dominic
about-
Calvert-Lewin, I think's had a very good season.
Yeah.
Like, I think having a good season in the Premier League where he's scoring 13, 14 goals, whatever it is much more impressive than having an okay season in Saudi.
The counter argument to that would be, one, Tony's done more in an England shirt, certainly more recently than Welbeck or Calvert-Lewin have. And two, and I think this is the reason why he's been picked, he's world class at penalties. So if you have to bring one of those players on with 2 minutes to go in extra time, Ivan Toney has an actual purpose in the squad.
But you're going right. Your argument about England thing, yeah, but that was you're going back a bit as well for a lot of his best performances for England, and also his last season in the Premier League he weren't great. Do you remember when we were linked with him? We were like, he's fell off a cliff, and then he
that was coming back from the ban though.
No, but he came out from the ban, scored a load of goals, and then stopped scoring goals for like the next 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, he's got like something's gone on with him, and then obviously he's gone to Saudi, and I just think, really? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think.
But there's a good
Maybe
chance-
I'm overrating the Premier League, but I just think if you're scoring regularly in the Premier League,
Yeah.
you should be playing for England.
But I think
I really
think
do.
that I think whoever that third player is,
Yeah.
all being well, never gets a minute. And I think at least with Tony, there's a specific thing in a penalty shootout.
Well, you should have took Maguire if you want penalties.
Well, I think we should take Maguire anyway. But I think in terms of a third place striker that's probably never going to get a kick, if you had to bring them on for some reason, a penalty shootout in the final.
Also, you say
is
that though,
something.
Joe. Right? I get your point. Like, you know, he's not going to kick. There's times when we've needed that first striker. Like, do you remember when it was like we took Theo Walcott, and it was like, why didn't we take another striker? Because was it Owen and then whoever else it was gets injured. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't know in
I
tournament
still think
football.
he's a good
Like
striker.
Harry Kane's 30 foot. If he's knackered or whatever, and then you've got another injury, like you might end up using your first striker. And I just think if you're going to do that, for me, I'd took good effort.
Yeah.
I'd have took someone, either Welbeck or Calvert-Lewin, who I think is playing at the top level and playing well week in, week out, rather than someone who Tuchel himself admitted he hasn't watched. Like, I haven't watched him, but his mate.
Why do you think he's picked him then?
Because his mate told him to. He's a mate who's. He said his mate who managed with him in Germany, or he knows him for Germany, is either the manager of Tony. Forgive me, and by all means you can find it out. Or manages in Saudi and recommended him.
I mean, he has got a goal a game. I know, again, it's not completely relevant, but being good in Saudi doesn't.
No, look, if we had no one else, then I get it.
Because
it's just because I'm looking at it and thinking,
getting a goal a game for Portugal.
I'm
isn't
just thinking like, Ivan Toney, who's done okay for England. I'm not saying he hasn't, but he's not like, there's a touch of the like,
he? Yeah.
a slightly better one than John Henderson. He's not like he's been a mint for England, so you go, we can ignore his club career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that for me, the step up from like Saudi's Premier League scoring regularly is so big.
Yeah.
That, what was his last season in the Premier League?
4 in 17.
Yeah, which isn't
Not
terrible,
great.
but I think it wasn't he like 3 in the first 3 games, and then
I
it
think
was
he
like
came
1
back
in the-
well and then just
yeah.
lost shit. I mean, if you wanted to be fair, if you wanted to be nice to him, you'd say he's been out for 6 months. It's going to take 5 months to get fully fit again. But I do get your point. It's a surprising choice to say
No, I
Tuchel's
wouldn't
not
have.
fancied him so far. But yeah, in terms of the first 20 minutes of this game, United look like we ain't got a striker on the pitch, don't we? Yeah. I feel like we've just not got much down that sort of middle through the centre of the pitch.
I think Dorgu positionally still is playing like he feels like a left back.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
He's very deep.
dropping deeper than Luke Shaw at the minute, although they've switched back over now.
What's the? You got any other scores there, my bro?
Yes, let's have a look. So Fulham are 1-0 up against Newcastle, Wolves still 1-0 up against Burnley, and that's all the rest are still 0-0. So no change in the European or relegation positions at the minute. Fucking hell, it's just fucking DDT on him there.
Oh,
How's he
fucking
still-
hell!
Why did
Still on
he
a
should have
football
picked
pitch,
him.
yeah.
Surprised fucking Tuchel didn't get James Milner out there. He's had a better season than Jordan Henderson
He
has.
has.
I honestly think James Milner is a better player right now than Jordan Henderson is. I think he's mad. These are going for Champions League football, Brian, and he's starting week in, week out for him.
Sorry, I didn't mean something. Mark
No,
Carrick's
what?
going mad about that, by the way.
Yeah, was that not a booking?
No,
City have scored against Villa, by the way, as well.
course they
That's
have.
1-0.
Who
Semenyo.
scored?
Seaman, yo. Yeah. He's an interesting one, Semenyo, isn't he? He looked really good and then went there and looked really good, but I feel like the last couple of months he's not looked himself. Is he onside, Dorgo? No.
I really wanted Semenyo at United, but now I just... Maybe it's just what going to City does to you if you're not an absolutely world-class attacker, but I feel a bit nonplussed about him, really.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it, with City? Because I've seen like a lot of City fans saying next season they can win the title because they've bought so well in January and they've got some good young players, whatever. But you think
It's a good recovery.
I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah.
is this the end of their period of dominance?
I think
Because it's
it
back
is.
to back seasons without a title, innit? You're losing your best manager, and
I think they're in for a bit of a collapse.
you've not got that. Other than I'd say Haaland, I don't think you've got that out and out world class. Like, wow. I mean, Rodri, you could argue maybe still, but I don't think he's quite been as good this season he has been previous seasons.
Yeah, I think the players they've brought in aren't as good as the ones that have left over the last 4 years, generally.
And I think just mentally they're due a bit of an implosion,
Yeah.
regardless of the quality that's in their squad.
I mean, look at the best players from 3 or 4 years ago. How many of them have been either replaced or improved in that time by someone better? Like Kyle Walker now. Mateus Nunes is all right, but he's not better than Kyle
I
Walker.
agree with that.
I think Laporte at his peak is better than... I mean, they all talk about Kusanov being one of the best in the world
He's
one
got
day.
massive weaknesses.
But I think I agree that
overlooked.
he's a little bit flaky still. O'Reilly's probably one of the better left backs they've had, so I'll give him that. But De Bruyne has not been replaced. Bernardo Silva, I don't know who they're going to get this summer, but
I
he's
think
replacing.
Donnarumma's good.
Yeah, but I don't think he's better than Prime Edison.
he's still
No,
not
for-
I think
for their
it's
style.
I think
he's
it's
a
probably
good
the
player.
best you could have done in
Yeah.
terms of other than Senna Lomans, obviously.
But also
for me, he's not
yeah.
better than Senna Lomans.
Who?
Donnarumma.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you on that
think
front. No, I think you're right. I think you always look at City and you think they've got 3 or 4 world class players, aren't there?
Yeah.
Like absolute, like De Bruyne,
Shirky's probably
Rodri,
near that category.
or whoever. Like
Yeah.
you think, they've always got that nucleus of real world class. Don't know. I think now that what they've got is a lot of very good players.
Yeah.
I do think they've got a
And
very
the
good
thing is,
team.
Haaland is that standout that is definitely world class at his best, but he's still someone who we've seen, if he doesn't have the right players around him, he's not going to perform at that absolute top level anyway. So even he might not be in that category of performance. So I think they might struggle.
And to be a really top team, you can't just have one player scoring loads of goals and then everyone else not. Because like we talk about Docker all the time. You watch him, such good talent, such good agility, such good movement. He's ending the season once again with 4 goals, 3 assists. Let me just double check. It might be slightly more this season actually. In the league, 5 goals, 5 assists, and it's not bad, but it's what he gets every single season.
What's
you
that?
need more
Sorry,
than
Joe.
that.
How many appearances?
5 goals, 5 assists in I think it was 29 appearances.
Yeah,
It's
it's not
just-
world class output.
No, 1 in 3 for a player of that ability. Because ability-wise, he's up there with anyone.
Yeah.
He's unreal, isn't he? When he's on it, fucking hell.
Yeah.
So that's just not as good as you need. On the other side, they don't even know who starts on the right for him because none of them have been any good. Foden can't nail it down. Savinho isn't the player that they thought they were signing. Semenyo's been pretty good, but again has dropped off as the season's gone on. I don't know. I mean, I'd love it so that they kind of just slowly collapse and don't replace those top players that they had, because you can't just guarantee that you're going to get a squad like the one they had from sort of 2017 to 2022, that 5-year period there, where they had this amazing squad with a couple of new people here and there, but generally speaking, you had that nucleus that was there for most of it. You can't just always find new players like that.
No.
They don't always exist. What's happening here? We're having a drinks break.
Yeah.
Because it's warm. As it stands, Sunderland up to 8th, which puts them in the Europa Conference spots, and Brighton and
What a
Bournemouth
season they've had
taking them as well.
relative to expectations.
Sunderland?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might get
It's
European
actually
football.
incredible.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, because Sunderland are leading against Chelsea.
So many people had them getting relegated.
Yeah. Ooh. Just about. When does Alonso come in? Why is he not there now? Why have they... What?
Just so we can have like a clean
wait till the
start,
end of the
I guess.
season.
Yeah.
Chelsea players just fucking about for 3 years. It's weird, isn't it, there, Chelsea? I don't know how they've managed to get Alonso. I think that's impressive.
I think they've conceded a lot of control. It seems like that's one of the big pulls for Alonso is that they've said, actually, we're going to move away from this model of head coach and recruitment team, and if you want, you can have a bit of say in the transfer market.
Because as it turns out, the recruitment team is shit.
Is absolutely useless. Yeah.
Like we just buy loads of bang average players that don't make us any better, but we've got 25 of them,
and none of them have any room or time to improve individually. So they're all just.
And 50% of them are absolute twats.
Yes.
That's the other thing to bear in mind. They're dickheads.
I actually think with the money they spent, it's impressive how bad they've done. You'd have to try really, really hard to do that bad.
Unless you just signed 35-year-olds that were also shit.
Yeah.
At least they're young.
Yeah.
But that's the only sort of sliver of sort of redemption from Chelsea's last 5 years of spending like 2.5 billion quid is the fact that the average age is still only about 22.
Go on, Ahmad.
Right, go on. Bruno's on. There we go. And Burmo, go. Little Clippy. That's not getting there, is he? I don't think that was on, really. But yeah, like I said, they couldn't really have spent it much worse, could they?
No, it's weird because Chelsea get all these players that you think are probably worth about 30, 40 million, but they'll spend like 80, 90, 100 million on him.
Yeah.
And you think, why have you done that?
Agent fees.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Far and away the most.
I mean, look at some of the players they've got. Like, they've spent all this money. João Pedro looks like a decent player. I think he's pretty good. But is he top level consistent? Maybe not. But I think he's a decent signing so far. Cole Palmer, obviously a good signing, but next season's a big one for him. Esteval looked really good and then has done a grade 4 hamstring tear, which doesn't even exist.
Pulled it straight off the
That means you look
bone.
behind you and your hamstring is literally on a rotisserie and someone else is eating it. You just need to buy a new one off the black market. That's fucked. Enzo Fernandez, decent player. Garnacho, not good enough. Mudryk, not a footballer.
The most disastrous signing in football history.
I think it's one of those that it's
up
like
there with Coutinho to Barcelona.
I think Mudryk is actually worse.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because Mudryk is
Coutinho scored
even
a couple
at
goals.
the time.
The only reason I was going about
thought
Coutinho is because he scored 2 goals against Barcelona whilst he was there and knocked them out of the Champions League, which I always think is just amazing to me.
But
and he cost 145 million
Chelsea
and helped
spent-
fund fucking Liverpool's team to beat Barcelona with as well.
Yeah.
Chelsea spent 90 million quid.
I mean, you're right.
on someone that's not
At
even a
least
footballer within
Coutinho
6
did
months.
something for Barcelona.
Yeah.
I don't think Mudryk's ever done anything for Chelsea. No.
Liam Delap doesn't seem to be good.
We
enough.
dodged
He's
the
been
right
poor.
fucking bullet there, didn't we? Because it looked at one point like he was heading for us.
One of my biggest mistakes is I was massive on Liam Delap.
Yeah.
At least at the price point that he was at, it seemed like a good market
To be fair though,
opportunity.
Finn, I think me and you spoke after the Ipswich game at Old Trafford, and I said he's a bit of a bastard, but I like that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind seeing, you know what I mean, like because he puts himself
He scored
12 goals.
12 goals, yeah.
In a poor Ipswich team, well, you know, struggling Ipswich team. I think it's a bit hard saying poor, but you get my point.
Yeah.
But I do think there's something going on there because he's better than one goal in 27 appearances.
And he looks
We saw
shocking
that.
when you
Yeah,
like
he does.
see him. Was it Jed Spencer's jaw he broke or whatever it was? He's just like
And
he's gone
done
from
that
having
kind of
that
thing
a bit of an
few times.
handful, just being a thug who's crap.
Yeah.
Also, just on that, not to downplay anything, but Jed Spence is available and playing today. Like, he can't have broken it badly, can he?
Right,
It can't be a severe break. Maybe like a little fracture or something.
Yeah.
Again, obviously it's still bad, but when you watch it, he does hit him in the face. But it's not like when you think of a broken jaw, you think someone's been absolutely rattled, and it wasn't that. It was a forearm across the face, wasn't it? And I don't know if he's actually playing today. I'll double
Am I
check.
getting that wrong? Or
No, he did break his jaw.
I thought so. I
It
thought I
all
read
came out
it.
as a broken jaw. No, you're completely right. But is he? No, he's not started today in the end, actually. But the reports were that he was going to be on the bench. Okay, fair enough. He's not on the bench. Oh no, he's starting. Yeah, he's literally starting. He's playing for Tottenham right now. So it can't have been that bad a fucking
I hear that.
jaw break, can it?
Corner
Again,
here for United.
I don't know why it bothers me that, but again, some of the players Chelsea have bought is just horrific, innit? Who are these people? Just names. Just
half of them I don't think they know they've
fictional
signed.
names. Dario Asugo. You don't
Do you
exist.
remember them lads who got on the Olympic parade? Do you reckon if you put a Chelsea kit on, you went down to Cobham and just started training and all?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's someone your age, Finn. If you...
Oh! Yes! That's 27! Is that it? Has he got it? Yes! Yes, lad!
Yes!
Bruno Fernandes with the record. Go on, son! Go on!
Pull out your pipe and smoke it, eh?
Unmarked in the centre of the box, 6 yards out.
Poetic from a corner.
Header, underside of the bar and in.
Hey.
Bruno Fernandes stands clear as the greatest creator in a single season in Premier League history. Fucking brilliant.
The most unethical way to do it from a corner.
From a corner.
There'll be few.
Free header as
God.
well.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
don't
what a
you
guy.
there?
Yeah.
What a guy.
On his own, great header as well, by the way. I know he's
was
marked,
fantastic.
but
No,
he's not actually. He's not. He
yeah.
just shrugged him off.
He does. He is marked. He just fucking gets rid of him. Good
Move,
lad.
yeah.
Good
Or
bro.
off. Oh,
Beautiful.
Brilliant. No contest. No question either. There's no deflections or flicks. It is just a straight up Bruno Fernandes assist.
mate.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. And also, if it's so easy to get all these set pieces and these non-open play assists, how come Arsenal have scored a bigger percentage of their goals from set pieces of any champions ever?
Yeah.
Why isn't their
So their league doesn't count. It doesn't have
getting
enough.
21 assists?
Yeah.
21 assists. Fucking round of applause for Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely magnificent. Let's get one more as well now. Break the record. He's now tied the European top 5 leagues record with Thomas Muller. And that's a record, by the way.
Has Messi not got more than that?
No, Messi's only ever got 20 as well.
Really?
20 seems to be this sort of
Yeah.
magical, impermeable number that Thomas Muller broke
Just give him
5-6 years ago.
Just give him 4 or 5.
Look at him! Look at that! He's just dribbled
mate.
past and then back through 2 players without doing anything. Just Luke Shaw!
Oh my god.
Did he give that to Shaw, Bruno, by the way?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine Luke Shaw runs 40 yards and does a 20-yard screamer from a 5-yard pass.
At least it was from open play.
Mate,
It was deflected, was it?
I don't know.
that would have been amazing if you'd actually, just as you were talking, he got 22 assists from Luke Shaw scoring the
Score.
greatest goal ever.
Luke score.
Luke score. Go on, keep going.
Let's have another. Give it Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh my.
He has.
Oh my god.
Oh, Boomo.
So yeah, the most assists in the top 5 leagues is Thomas Muller in 2019-20. Yeah,
And that doesn't count anyway. It's Germany.
and also
Yeah,
it's COVID.
mate. Oh,
So
well,
Thierry
in that case.
Henry, Lionel Messi, Kevin De Bruyne, and up until today, Bruno Fernandes
Some
were all
decent
on
names.
20. That's what I mean. It's not. This list isn't full of sort of pretenders and fakers, other than Zvezdan Misimovic
Who's that?
for Wolfsburg in 2008.
He's one of the greats.
He hasn't even got a face on the website, this lad.
How
But
many
we
did he
all
get?
ignore Zvezdan Misimovic.
Oh. How many did he get?
19.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah. This is Marvin Martin. Anyone?
That's not a
That's
real
not a real
name.
person.
You're
That's
just
the one
making
from-
it up now.
That's the
way.
one from Cluedo. Marvellous
Marvin
Marvin
Martin.
Martin. Look at that. Bruno trying to assist the other way as well.
Son
But
of
yeah,
Mullins is going to score an 80
Equalled the
yard.
record and broken the
Screw.
Premier League record. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that assist record, the Thierry Henry one, I remember when De Bruyne had got close a couple of times and then obviously equalled it. It's been
on.
like
Go on.
a known thing in footballing consciousness for 20 years, that record.
Yeah.
Well, 23 years he's held or been sort of equal in that record, Thierry Henry. That's been around a hell of a long time now.
Just mad, innit?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like Martin Edwards' triple jump record, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, man.
remember that?
I remember it well. I remember
Broke it twice in one day.
that was class.
Yeah. Amazing. Well done. Well done, Bruno Fernandes. And muchly deserved as well. Much deserved, should I say. Getting the journalists player of the year, then the official Premier League player of the year.
Fan voted one.
The fan vote plus, it's 10% fan vote,
Oh,
wasn't
right.
it? Plus experts and team captains, I believe.
Right.
And then obviously we're still waiting on the
But
PFA,
he
which
will
is
get. He will get. PS.
Surely
like
he's
the
got
big
it,
boy.
mate.
Every single interview that I've seen of other Premier League players saying who's the best player in the league, they all say Bruno.
Because I think
unanimously.
the Declan Rice thing, or Gabriel, or Raya, or whatever, the fact that they can't even fucking decide who they think their
Yeah.
best player is a, well, it should be any of them over Bruno. Well, pick one then, and they actually can't because
Yeah.
really they're clutching at straws. But like, real footballers, when you see them actually interviewed,
Come on.
they
that's
know
a
that
level.
doing what Bruno Fernandes does is harder and more impressive than what those other players have done this season. They just know. Like, like even just that little thing he did in the centre circle there, which we just sort of take for granted. He's got two players around him. He's not quick enough to get away from him. He's not skillful enough to skill out of him. And he just does this sort of sequence of sort of feints and shoulders and moves and then just turns around with the ball.
He's a genius.
He fucking is. So that's not going to go down as an own goal, is it?
No.
What? No.
No, it was
Well, it hits the crossbar, then hits the back of the keeper's hand and goes in.
No.
Because
not
it's
an own goal.
already
It's
already coming down
in.
into the goal.
Don't think it was. Well, just don't worry about any of that. Let's hope that Bruno gets that goal, that assist. I think he will.
Yeah,
It's not been classed as an own goal, that is it?
I don't think so.
No way.
I don't know if they'll go back
because
and check
he hasn't changed the trajectory.
No,
No, but
No.
he I think he flicks his hand, then hits the crossbar, then
Go on,
hits his
Cobby.
hand
Go on,
again.
Cobby.
Oh my days!
You have to shoot, lad.
Why have you not? You've got to shoot.
Do you see what I mean, though? Don't you?
I do.
I think that's straight
gotta
in.
be-
That.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I don't think that's coming back out. I think that's gone under crossbar and in. And I think the keeper's just fucking opposite on its way. I don't think that's an own goal by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I don't think it should be or will be.
Why have you said that, Joe? You're such a knob.
Well, I didn't say it.
Well, you did.
Oh yeah.
Everyone is saying it's officially counted, and there's not really questions around it. But
Who would be the person to officially decide that? They could change
the
it after the
Premier
game,
League.
couldn't they?
Apparently, Glenn Murray suggesting it's an own goal.
Glenn Murray can fuck off. Yeah, that's my only worry.
so we'll just
on
have to get 22 then.
on the Premier League website, it's listed as a Dorgu goal,
Right.
assisted by Bruno Fernandes with a cross following a
Yeah.
corner.
Sky Sports have just done a post saying Bruno Fernandes breaks Premier League record.
But if they look closely, can it be? It can be overturned after the game.
I
can't
think it can be.
Let's hope it doesn't. Let's ignore that. We
Yeah.
didn't see anything.
He's still got time to get more.
Yeah, exactly. Although he won't know there's anything in it, will he, Bruno?
Oh, lo.
He's just looking at his. I'm just looking at this in slow mo. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be given because his hand is so close to the bar when it hits it the second time.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
even
not a
really
major
tell
redirection, it's-
what is happening on.
Yeah.
You can't tell whether it was going to go in any way or not.
I think it's ambiguous enough that they
I
can't
agree.
make an overturn decision for that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is ambiguous enough.
Yes. Look
Let's
at
get
that.
another one instead.
Go on.
Go on, Bruno. Do you know Bruno's? I always think he's deceptively quick.
He is.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
Like he's
He
not
is.
going to pull away from you, but he don't get caught very often.
No.
It's
Come
not
on.
on, is it? He
He
wants to
wants it,
force
yeah.
something to Mbeumo there, but it just wasn't there. The Premier League assist record belongs to Bruno Fernandes. I mean, that's according to the Premier League's Twitter 1
I mean,
minute
you'd
ago.
think so, wouldn't you? I can't see close up at this now.
No take back.
Yeah, no takebacks. No, it's just got to be in it. It's got to be his. 21, eh? Brilliant. Record breaker.
And I love people try to trivialise assists in general, saying they shouldn't be counted so go on so heavily, but there's a reason that it's taken that long.
That's been more difficult to get past and through than goals, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Goals have been
Like,
broken
goals have
so
been
many
like,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
The goals one's been consistently broken every 4 or 5 years, hasn't it? Jay's just crunching the numbers.
I
in the
can't.
VAR
To
van.
me, it just looks. I mean, honestly, it just looks like Dorgu goal to me. But
Yeah,
I can
I think
see.
even if there was a question mark around it, it is just too ambiguous
Yeah,
to make such a big call around it.
yeah, I agree. What was that noise for? Do you know something we don't over there? Oh, Spurs.
Oh.
That's it here, look. I think, like you said, it's so quick.
Yeah.
What are they saying on the commentary there?
He's saying he thinks it's a clear on goal. It's because the ball coming back out after you don't have to go into it.
It's a clear own goal.
Commentators saying it,
Oh my
That's a
god.
great ball from Bruno. Fucking hell.
Have a pop.
Go on,
on.
shoot.
Premier League match, Premier League match centers confirmed it was a doggy goal.
Have they?
Oh, is that like the official final say?
Yeah, they've had a look at it.
So
They
it
ha-
is-
where are you getting that from?
The commentators just
I thought he had. I thought that's
so
what
the
I could hear.
commentators just said what?
Oh my god.
Yes! What's a goal?
What a goal that was!
That was gorgeous football.
Oh, mate. Well done, Ahmad, as well. Good to
Champagne
see him
football
getting
there.
involved.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was absolutely
That was
brilliant.
so
Was that
beautiful. Dorgu, Ahmad and Mbumo.
Wow. Is that
Come on.
Mbumo's
Such a
He's
nice
apart now.
second goal in a couple of months as well?
Two players who really need a bit of a
Yeah.
pick-up in form.
Do you
That
know
was
what?
so nice.
Van Hecker getting absolutely spun around there. Look at this. So we've got the ball on the edge of the box. Mount goes out to
Mazraoui wasn't off.
Mazraoui into Ahmad. Ahmad goes back to Mount.
Oh.
Mount lays it through the lovely
Well
weighted
offside.
pass there. And then the square ball
is
across. That's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
That's such a lovely
That's
goal.
gorgeous.
That is really
The
good.
weight of this pass from Mount here.
And Ahmad's,
That on the
Ahmad's
run,
close.
first time. That's
not
brilliant.
fair.
And the great
That's
pass from
superb.
Ahmad as well. It's all spot on. It's a lovely, lovely goal. That. It's a lovely. The weight on that, and Burmo's run as well.
Yeah.
Just takes any question out of the
That's
decision for Ahmad, doesn't it? He knows
beautiful
exactly
football
what he
there.
has to do.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we were saying just before that apparently the Premier League Match Centre has reviewed it and
that's what the commentators
have
said. They
given
had a look at it and given
the
it a
goal
doggy
to Dorgu. So
Rightly
that
so.
should be it.
So there's
Yeah,
no
I
question.
agree.
Fucking hell,
Yeah, I
man.
agree.
What are we doing here?
And also, we shouldn't be going out of our way, regardless of assists and records, to take goals away from attackers.
No.
For own
Right.
goal. Like, it doesn't help him having an own goal.
No
and
one
it doesn't-
benefits.
No one benefits, exactly. And it goes like, you can't tell,
yeah.
is it going backwards anyway? Is it going forwards? You can't tell because the ball is moving so close to the crossbar when it happens. But either way, the most important thing, United are 2-0 up. And it's a lovely little start now.
That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is Bruno got his assist record.
Oh, sorry, yeah, no,
Fuck the game.
Yeah, all those memes about being 7-1 down, and then the one was Bruno's assist.
We said it all, didn't we, on the
Man.
preview?
Yeah.
I almost wanted to get the assist by some sort of thing that makes people fume.
Yeah.
Like
And
he's
he's
missing
probably-
it.
probably
or
has done it.
That's probably going to do it now because
Yeah.
everyone will be like, that last one wasn't even his goal. Shut up.
Go on then. That's staying in. It is.
I think De Bruyne in an interview tried to claim that he basically did 21, and there was one dubious goal that got taken away
Have you
from
seen
him
that
should have
one?
counted. Yeah.
Where the ball, he crosses the ball and the defender flicks it with their toe, and
Yeah.
then Sterling
Ah,
puts it
right,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
I assume that's what
But
I
I
was talking
mean,
about.
yeah, but I mean, Bruno's had a couple taken away like that anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Glenn Murray don't rate Bruno though. When I did Football Focus, he was on it and we were chatting off camera and he just said he's not having him.
Fair enough then. That's
Nah,
it.
he
That'll
did. He
do
was
it then.
like, proper not having him, and he was like, it was
That's
after we
that
beat
then.
Leon.
What was it? What did he?
To me, he was like, I'm not having Bruno. I don't.
good
I don't
analysis,
think he's
that.
good enough. And I was like, nah, I love him. I think he's mint.
Good enough to be rated as high as he is, or just that he?
Just
should get
think
rid
he's
of him?
overrated.
good.
Yeah, he's
Overrated.
overrated. And I was just like, nah, I think he's mint. I think we're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
Do we have the
Right.
Leeds West Ham score, anyone?
Yes, I'll get it now.
Thank you.
Leeds West Ham is currently 0-0.
So Spurs,
Sunderland.
so Spurs leading.
Sunderland are 1-0 up. Tottenham are 1-0 up. Sunderland are also 1-0 up. As are Forest, as are City, as are Fulham,
I know.
as are Arsenal.
I know it'd be hilarious for Spurs to go down, but getting Fernandes in the first couple of weeks of the transfer window, I think, is such a good way to start.
Do you know what the mad thing is about Spurs, right? I think it was me and you, Joe, doing a video a little while ago. I think if they went down, you think, right, who could we get from them? There's not a lot, is there? You look
No
there
one
and you
that
go,
stands out that
actually, like maybe Van der Ven or I don't know. Like, there's not anyone we go, fucking, I'd have him or him. Do you know what I mean?
might take
Yeah.
Archie Gray,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's not
Bergval.
a lot.
I think
there.
as well, when you've got are we not calling that a foul?
What's he doing?
Chuck him
What was he
over.
doing? Then it's like he glitched.
I think
James Milner just kick himself.
I do think though that there is usually negative sort of mentality attached to when a team underperforms, people assume that everyone in that team is shit.
Yeah.
And when a team overperforms, people assume the opposite. So for someone like West Ham, who kind of we expected to be in a relegation battle, it's a little bit easier to sort of separate the art from the artist a bit. Whereas with Tottenham, because in your head they should be challenging for Champions League.
Yeah.
It's almost
but
like
you know
last
what you like
season with
watching,
United, I think people would have said the same
When
thing.
you watch like West Ham, you can see what Fernandes is about.
Yeah.
Like you can. Whenever I watch Spurs, I just think like, other than maybe in the Champions League a few times, but a lot of the time I just think they just look fucking all over the gaff. All of them, they just look shocking. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might get a moment from like Richarlison or Benson Kerr or whoever, but it doesn't seem like there's a standout player. Even Van de Ven, who I think he's a really good player, but even like sometimes this season he's lost the plot, hasn't he?
Well, that's what I mean.
Do you know
I
what
think in the right
like
team,
red cards on fucking
I think he would
daft,
be good enough.
Well, red card at a really pivotal game, and just getting done quite a few times. Only plays well against us.
Did you see Romero came back, by the way?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, in the end, he's there for the game today because of all the backlash.
Isn't he the captain?
Yeah, he is the
You
captain.
know what I mean? I won't fucking hell, mate.
It's so mad that, isn't it?
Like,
That he was just.
tell everyone, like, because people might be watching, not really what you're on about.
Christian Romero, Tottenham captain, is injured.
Half time, by the way.
Yeah, is injured, and he was going to rehab his injury and sort of spend time in Argentina, where he's from, with his sort of one of his previous clubs, rather than being at the ground for Tottenham's potential either relegation or saved from relegation match.
Yeah.
He just was not going to be in
Not having
attendance at his own fucking the team that he's captain of's potentially the worst game in their modern history. Until all the backlash happened, and they were like, actually, no, I probably should come back.
How much can you not give a fuck to do that, man? That's mental.
I know. Right, there we go. Half time, Manchester United 2, Brighton 0. Bruno Fernandes with that 21st assist. I believe that is official. There was some conversation about it, should I say, whether the ball bobbled and double kissed off the bar and off the keeper's hands. But I think the Premier League Matchroom have said officially Bruno Fernandes has got the record, 21 assists. I mean, Jay, that's the biggest part of that first half, isn't it? But it's nice to be 2-0 up as well.
No, it is. It's good to see. Obviously, you wanted Bruno to get his assist. He got it. Good to see Dorgu get on the score sheet again. It's not bad, his little record under Carrick, from considering how few games he's starting, the amount of goals he's done. It's like his third goal under Carrick so far. Good to see Ahmad get an assist. His numbers haven't been great this season, have they? There's been a lot of talk around that. So that was a really lovely goal, the second one as well. So, yeah, it's just nice to have a comfortable lead, hopefully get another win. And yeah, get that assist record, man.
Yeah.
You know, like you saying, if he gets another one, then he's the biggest, the most assists in the history of Europe or something.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah. I mean, he's already tied for that.
Right.
So he's not, he's doing well, but he can stand alone above Thomas Muller. It's him and Thomas Muller on 21, and then a handful of players on 20. But he deserves it this season, doesn't he? He's been so good.
He's been far and away the best number 10 in the world. I think he's the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah.
He's had an incredible season. It was almost talked about that he'd leave last summer. It looked like at one point he might be going to Saudi. The season that he's put together, all things considered and context considered, is unbelievable. And we owe so much to him for his performances. And yeah, I think for him to stand alone, I hope he does get another one, because for him to stand alone amongst all European players of all time as the highest assister would be incredible. He's been really good today. I don't have many question marks about whether that was an assist. I don't think you can call that an own goal. And I think we've just kept things simple and played all right. I don't think it's been an incredible performance. Things picked up a little bit towards half time, and I think we've defended well. So yeah, other than Bruno's assist record, not much to talk about. I'm really glad to see Ahmad and Mbeumo combining, because they have needed it. They've been low on confidence. I think everyone knows that they're top players. I think this is the thing we can be guilty of as fans sometimes, is thinking that a bad run of form suddenly means that a player doesn't have it anymore. They're both fantastic players who next season I think both have a lot to offer, so good to see them picking up a little bit of form. And the way they scored that goal was beautiful. Yeah, it's some of the small space combination play that we've seen under Michael Carrick has been really a joy to watch. And yeah, decent half.
Yeah, I thought that second goal was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly the pick of the 2 goals in terms of quality and in terms of difficulty. Nice to see Mason Mount getting involved. Nice to see Ahmad getting involved. Nice to see Mbeumo getting involved. All players that could do with a bit of a lift, Jay.
Yeah, well said. Like the thing with Ahmad has been worrying me probably the most, because he looks like he's suffering from a bit of confidence. You can see the way Carrick's been with him at the full-time whistle and stuff, sort of putting his arm around him. Obviously had that bad one, didn't he, the appearance against Liverpool, and people have been looking at his numbers and saying these aren't numbers that are, good enough, but I still rate him. I still think he's a good player, and his involvement in that goal shows that what he's about. So yeah, good to see him. Mason Mount, who again, he's had his critics, some people on this channel have criticised him, I understand why, but he is going to be here next season, we know he is, so you want to see him playing well, and he has played well in that half, and obviously was involved in that second goal. And Mbeumo is another one who's sort of struggled a little bit, over the last month or so.
Yeah.
We've pointed that out, but now that's back-to-back games with a goal.
Yeah.
Which will do his sort of confidence of it even is that the world are good as well. So yeah, just a very good half from a Manchester United perspective. Bruno getting his assist, players who've not been involved as much getting involved in a goal, and a comfortable lead going into that second half against the team Brighton, who have got something to play for. Let's not forget they're not on the beach. They've got a reason to try and get a win here today. So yeah, it's been a good one. Yeah,
it's been really good. I mean, just looking at the league table, as it stands, obviously United third, but like you mentioned there, Jay, Brighton in 8th place.
Right.
And if Brentford score, they're currently drawing. If Brentford score, Brighton will drop out of the European places completely. So it is a lot on the line for them. And United have been, I think, the better team overall, and we've made it, so that it's going to be basically impossible for them to get Champions League football now. I think it's a really good start to the game. Just looking at the rest of the results then, or the sort of the scoreline so far. Chelsea losing 1-0. I mean, they're just, what even are they at this point? Brentford drawing 0-0. Brighton obviously losing.
Who Chelsea playing?
Chelsea playing Sunderland.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Sunderland 1-0 up in that game. They're up to 7th. Bournemouth losing 1-0. Liverpool drawing 0-0. Villa losing 1-0 as well. And that Villa game, obviously they're playing Man City. That whole thing of them finishing 5th and therefore 6th getting Champions League place, all that needs now is Liverpool to take the lead, because Villa are losing, Liverpool are currently drawing with Brentford. If Liverpool score 1 goal against Brentford, Bournemouth, even though they're losing, would get Champions League football.
That is unbelievable.
That is mad, isn't it? Imagine
this
Bournemouth
is why
in the
I don't
Champions
understand
League.
why Areola's left without a clear guarantee of an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, where's he gonna go?
He could go to Liverpool.
Yeah,
that feels
they
like the
feel
only
like they're
slightly
just
logical
sticking with
one.
him, don't they?
Yeah,
feels like they're sticking with Slot.
It's a bit of a weird decision to me, but
it is. Right, let me get into some of the comments then. Duncan says 1 more Bruno assist for the European record. Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, he's already tied the European record, so he does hold that record. But it'd be nice to be clear of Thomas Muller's. Coach Zach says 3 thoughts. 1, Ahmad is an inside forward, not a touchline winger. Mount looks good today, and bring on Shea Lacey at half time. Guts Doyle said rum and coke, a joint and a Solero. 21 in the bag for Bruno, 15th at memory. Go get top 5 leagues record. Let's go. 21 is coming, 26, 27. What about that? Rum and coke, a joint and a Solero. When's the last time we had that kind of weekend, Jay?
It's been at least a month.
Ben Toppin says 21 was coming all along. Yeah, it was. Adam Seent it, said Maro de Silva. Ben Top again said, why do you guys think we struggle so much against Brighton the past few years? Are they just more well organised than us? It's not been a fun fixture generally. It is weird that, isn't it, how much we've struggled against him?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, they are a good team. They've been thereabouts and in the top half of the table the last few years. United obviously had a few seasons where they've underperformed, but it is a slightly odd run of results, because it's not like Liverpool, you get it, Chelsea, City, and teams like Arsenal, whatever, you go, okay, they're the top teams that are always in the top 4 or 5, and United haven't always been at that level post Fergie or whatever. But yeah, the Brighton one, you go, really?
Yeah, because it said before the game, Brighton have got the best record against us of anyone at home, their home, in the league since they were promoted. I think 62% win rate they've had.
Strange.
It's strange. And
Yeah, I
also
don't
in
really
that time, did we lose to them at Old Trafford in the FA Cup? We did, didn't we, this
Yeah,
season?
yeah.
And we also beat them, but took it to extra time and penalties, wasn't it, in the FA Cup quarter-final?
No, it was
years
at
ago?
Wembley, wasn't it?
At Wembley, yeah, semi-final a couple of
Yeah.
years ago.
Maybe it's
so.
a
Yes, we won the
mentality
game, but it was a real tough one, wasn't it?
Could be a mentality thing in terms of the fact that they've tended to overperform relative to their stature as a club. They
Yeah.
do well with the resource they have, and maybe United have just underestimated them, been a bit complacent rather than, obviously we approach the big games a little bit differently. But
Yeah.
other
yeah,
than
I'm
that,
sure.
I can't really think of why we so consistently struggle against them.
Yeah, it is weird,
Because
isn't it?
their style hasn't been the same through that whole time. They've had a couple of different managers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, very odd. Abhinav Verma said, Doku, when we were talking about before, his output is only slightly better than Anthony, and that is horrible. And I thought Mbeumo's fall off the last couple of months, but he's had far better numbers. He has. I think Mbeumo's equal United top goal scorer this season now with 11 goals. Yeah. Abhinav, before that, talking about Mbeumo again, is that he's fallen off the last couple of months, correct? But last couple of weeks he's scored. Cody Hayes said, hope the ref has got his factor 50 on wearing all black in this. Yeah, that's not fun, is it? But I'm sure it does. You don't see people with like mega sunburn on. There must be someone who works for Man United telling them to put sun cream on before the game.
Yeah.
Because you never see it, do you? A footballer, like by the second half, who's just fucking blistering. I don't think I've ever seen it. Was it De Bruyne?
might
Yeah,
just
but
be
he
his
looked like that
redness.
in the winter.
Yeah.
With clouds over him. It's just his face. Bruno with 21 assists, Jay. What a season for him. Do you think this is his best season, or do you think he's just sort of funneled it into assists in the perfect way?
It's up there with one of his best seasons. I don't know. I think that first season maybe was it the one where is his first full season where he was just unreal for
Yeah, because he kept that form going.
There was
from
one
the
where he
first
was
half
scoring
of the
loads
season.
of goals and getting loads of assists.
Well, he broke the midfield.
Yeah.
He's got 28
record.
goals and 17 assists in the 2021 season.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, that's just stupid. And that was at a time when United were all over the gaff.
Yeah.
And he came in. Do you remember? If you look at that sort of the January came in, I remember. I think we lost to Burnley at Old Trafford 2-0.
Yeah.
Everyone was gunning for Fergie. Wake up, Ollie, saying like he's done. We were 6 points off top four. I think we had people give us no chance. Bruno comes in. I think we went on a 21 game unbeaten run.
Mm-hmm.
He was just unplayable. Then he carried that
Pogba
on. Then
and
people
Matic,
sort of going,
yeah.
Pogba and Matic, yeah. And then the following season, people go, is this flat to deceive, or is he gonna get found out? And he just does even better.
Yeah.
So those early sort of years at United, he was just unreal. I think this season though, it's been weird because obviously playing in a deeper role for the first half and still managing to get 21 assists over the course of a season.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that. You can't ignore it.
No.
That's just ridiculous. And I think that it's just the thing with Bruno. I like about Bruno is he always wants to make things happen, tries to make things happen. I think that's why some people get frustrated with him, because at times he can overdo it. But when you're that good and you're seeing things aren't working, you're gonna try, aren't you? You're gonna be like, right, I need to try and do a few things. And the sad thing for me about him playing in the six at the beginning of the season was I thought the Europa League final should be the end of that. I saw you're taking someone who's world class and you're making them bang average.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't working, and you can see it isn't working. Like, put him back where he belongs. But he stuck with it, didn't he, for the second season, for this season. Then you could argue, well, Bruno did all right there, but he's just
relative to what he's capable of. Yeah.
Put him where he's best, and obviously you've seen what he's been about. And I actually think Bruno, me and you spoke about this, Joe, quite a lot. You mentioned then he's quicker than you think. Physically and fitness wise, I don't think I've seen a player like him. He's never injured. He covers every blade of grass. He's just an alien. And I think there's a chance he could play until he's like 35, 36.
I think
I do. I
people
think
assume he's only got a year or two left. I think there's no clear reason why he can't keep going in the same way someone like a Modric has.
That's what I mean. Look at him physically and look at what he does.
Yeah.
Usually what happens with players, the first thing that will happen to them when they get in the 30s is injuries. Yeah. And it takes them longer to recover. And it's, you notice it more. You saw it with Keano's the best example. I know he had that bad one in 98, but then you start getting these little injuries that stack up, and all of a sudden you go from playing 40, 50 games a season to 30 games a season to 20 odd games a season.
De Bruyne was
and then you're like, oh. But with Bruno, he's fit. He's still getting around the pitch, like covering everywhere. He's still as quick as he was when he arrived. I just think he's an outlier. I do. I think he looks like someone who's just not normal.
And you do have these players that play till they're 33, 34, 35, 36. They're rarer.
Yeah.
But it's not they don't exist, like you said. Modric, Scholes, Giggs. I mean, even someone like De Bruyne, he left City when he was 33, and he'd been quite injury prone for a lot of his late 20s and early 30s. He'd been building up scar tissue, and he'd been building up sort of weaknesses in his joints and his muscles that Bruno, so far, again, fingers crossed he hasn't been. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to think Bruno, obviously, if he were to do his cruise ship, or if he were to have one big serious injury that, when you're in your 30s takes longer to come back from, but hoping that he stays the way he is, there's no reason why he shouldn't be still good enough to be starting regularly in 2 years' time, if not 4 or 5 years' time. I think he's, like you said, a physical bit of an outlier, isn't he?
Something that bodes well is the fact he wasn't ever like a wonder kid at 18, 19 who played 35 games a season as a teenager. He had quite a slow start to his professional career. And so I think he's still got loads left in the tank. It doesn't seem like he's slowing down.
Because he has played a lot in the last 5 or 6 years, hasn't he? But like you said, when he was 16, 17, he wasn't playing 45 to 55 games a season.
That's sometimes when you see an early fall off.
That's a good point as well, Joe. Maybe he could have done with his season not playing 60 games for club and country, because he's going to go to the World Cup and he's going to play every game for Portugal, innit? And you remember the one when we had the World Cup, was it in Qatar? Yeah. And we got to like the Europa League final or something. And it was it? No, sorry, it was the League Cup final, the FA Cup final, the Europa quarter final. Yeah. And we had that extra 2 games in the Europa as well. Yeah. And he played every game for Portugal getting to the quarterfinals or whatever it was in the World Cup. I think you're right. I think he played more minutes than anyone else in Europe. Yeah. And you're like, fuck's sake, what is going on here? Whereas this time round, United have played the fewest amount of games we've played since the 1920s or something. And that's the one good thing about it, is maybe it's given him a season where he's not had to play as much. That could be a benefit for him.
Yeah, and with the assist record thing as well, again, I do get sick of this whole our version of this is better than your version of this. But just to put it into some context, you look at those other players in that sort of, De Bruyne, Henry, and even the wider picture of the top 5 leagues. You've got Muller, you've got Messi, you've got Elise, you've got Salah in there and Mbappe in there. Not one of them played as a DM for half of that of the season that they did this. Most of them are strikers or attackers or wingers who, in the case of Salah in particular, doesn't really do any defending. Then obviously De Bruyne is a sort of a number 10, drops back occasionally as a number 8, but Bruno Fernandes was literally in a double pivot in front of a defence until January.
He got his first assist in the 7th
October
match week.
Yeah, it was against Liverpool in October. And he's playing as a defensive midfielder for half of the season that he gets 21 assists in. No one else has ever done that. That is insane that he's done that.
I was saying to Ben before the stream, I think he might go and match it, or at least do something very similar next season, because I think he's got a taste for it now. Yeah. He's going to be playing with maybe the best attacking line that we've had in years. Sesko's kind of started to put it together, and he's been scoring at a really good rate. Yeah. Obviously, there are going to be a higher volume.
Look at that! I can see what he's trying to do, but
I think he's got a taste for it, and he could just keep going.
I hope so.
It's a good point about the front 3, because I think you have to go back to like Rashford, Martial, Mason Greenwood when they were on fire for a similar front 3. Yeah, that's what we've got now. That's what I mean. And it's like
6 years ago.
And even then, probably Pogba was still around. He probably didn't have as much onus on Bruno to be as creative as he is now. Getting that taste of it, having players in front of you who can do what they do. Also, the team is almost built around him at the minute, and it's like he's the main man. It's all about him. Like when he came in, it probably wasn't as predominant. So I'd love it if he imagine he broke his own record next year. Jesus Christ, that would be meant. And he did what De Bruyne and Henry didn't do. It was like if he actually ended up winning something like that.
Lovely. Go on.
Oh my God.
Oh. Thought Doggy was clean through there. Nice header. That's good. There you go. Though.
Nice.
I think we've seen a decent showing from Mason Mount so far.
He's off. Is he off?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I mean, he's done.
Don't matter anyway.
Doesn't matter anyway because he's.
Bruno! There we go.
Yeah,
Was he on? I think he was on, on.
I
Is
think,
he on?
I think it was
Right.
close, but to me he looked on.
Right, okay.
I didn't think he was off.
If you don't think
You've
he's
done
off,
me
I've done
there.
a joke.
Because I with a goal.
No, look.
Oh, is it disallowed?
Flags
I
come
thought
up.
Is it?
Dorgu was
now.
off.
They'll check it, but to me it was tight, but I think he was on.
We're taking a look now.
Oh, it's close.
I think Ahmad waits a bit longer. I thought he could have.
It's very
I
close.
thought he could have given it straight away.
Very close. See, I think.
I mean,
for
to
me,
be fair, Dorgu does all sorts of it. So it
Problem
doesn't
might
really
be that
matter.
it's a
leaning
lovely
forward.
finish as well. That.
Such. He's just a joke
Like
of a
that,
player, isn't he?
look where he's hit that from. It's well wide of the edge of the 6-yard box, and he's just absolutely drilled it into the bottom corner there. I think he might just be offside. It's close, isn't it? It's
It'd be nice
very
if he
close.
hit double figures for goal. Is he on 9 or 8? 8 or 9?
Oh, Stuart Atwell, fucking hell.
Oh, 8.
Don't know.
Okay. I think Dorgu might have just been leaning forward a bit.
Yeah. I think it's Dorgu's foot versus the other guy's knee. I think he's
Yeah.
probably just off, isn't he?
Yeah.
Close.
Yes! Go on. I'd take it back what I said about Stuart
Lovely.
Atwell.
Wonderful. Bruno Fernandes with a goal.
They-
To his assist as well.
3-0.
3-0 Man United. Fucking hell. Hey, no one scored 6 this season in the Premier League. Did you know that?
Really?
No team has scored
Interesting.
6
Right,
goals.
well,
Let's
that's,
have it.
that's obviously going to happen.
Imagine he gets.
Go
Get
on.
another one, Bruno. Imagine he gets 10 goals and 22
I love
assists.
this. I love it.
I'm just giving him 2 more goals to find here. What if he assists himself?
Yeah.
Becomes
Do you
the
know what I
first player ever to assist.
See, this is
himself.
annoying because you can't throw in a throw in to yourself.
Yeah.
But if you could, he
I
could
reckon-
assist himself.
Would it count if he was like in his own box, booted the ball 100 yards up in the air,
Yeah.
ran up the
Oh,
whole
right,
length
like-
of the pitch,
yeah.
and then
It's
just scored a volley?
Technically, it would just count as the biggest touch of
Oh.
all
Yeah.
time, wouldn't it? That
Oh.
That does not
was
look
misleading.
remotely like the picture we saw before. Because according to that, he's fucking miles on side. There wasn't even like an overlap of any body part with any. That didn't look right, did it?
That didn't
Jake?
look right at all.
That's
What?
right.
The image you've just seen there is bollocks. He was like a foot. He's like
Yeah.
3 feet on side there. Anyway, it shows you how much. The
I
cameras,
mean, like you say, Joe, you're the worst one for us saying that. I
Yeah.
thought straight away, oh, he's offside there. He's left it too late.
well,
with
he's
the pass.
certainly more offside than that
I know,
picture made it look like.
I'm
What
glad
was
it wasn't
that?
that deep.
Dorgu was barely in the shot on that. But I'm not complaining. That's excellent.
Worth noting
Arsenal
now
2-0
that
up.
Shea Lacey and Tyler Fletcher are there off the bench. It's
Love
the
that.
right kind of game for it, isn't
let's
it
get 'em
now?
off. Chelsea 2-0 down now. And Villa have equalised against City as well.
Go on, the Villa.
Ollie Watkins, of course.
Yeah, man.
He does this every year, Ollie Watkins. He convinces everyone in the world that he's shit. And then goes, 15 goals
look at
in,
this.
in the league,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
You're
Where
like,
did that come
you
from?
didn't play until fucking January. Where's this out? Yeah, well, now we've, Champions League's guaranteed, I'll start scoring. He's an odd one, Watkins. Go on then, dogs.
He might make that.
He might. Get him!
Oh my god.
It's it. Boom! Oh!
He could have cut back. Oh.
Unlucky. Was that Lomond's throw? It was a lovely flick on from
Flick
Mbermo.
on from Mbermo.
Who's he up
And
against
he's
there?
just,
Is it Van Hecker or
no, it's not. He's not blonde enough, is he?
no?
What's he? Is it not Hinterwood? Vifa? Vifa?
Vifer.
He absolutely gobbled him up
Yeah.
there, didn't he?
He's rapid. Could have been 4.
Lads, come on. We're just going
We
to win the
haven't-
league.
we
We're going to
haven't-
win the league
yeah.
next season, aren't we?
We just
Is there
are.
a
though.
Come on.
reason why these all don't count?
Why?
Why all these wins don't count? Like, why is it that?
Why does
how
it
come
feel
we
so easy?
Yeah, why do we just win games dead easy now?
Like-
What is this?
We're probably the best team in the league.
Like, what the fuck is that? Who's done that? What are you done that for? And was that Bruno?
Of course it was.
What the fuck? What are you doing? That was the best pass I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're not even trying and we're doing shit like that.
Taking the piss.
That was ridiculous,
was
wasn't it?
silly.
What was he doing? Like, do you know what I mean, though? Is everyone else given up and we're still trying?
Well,
not- the
they've
rest
got
of
something to play for. We haven't
they've got-
technically.
Yeah.
We've not got out. We're going to finish the game in third no matter what.
And
They're
we look-
chasing Champions League football or European
Chasing
football.
shadows at the minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking hell. I'm not being funny. This is the best football I've ever seen.
Like, I'm sick
actually
of this.
insane.
What are we doing? They're so good.
Fucking hell.
What an effort. Dorgu's been mint.
He has,
He's
hasn't
been really good. Yeah, he has.
Oh my god.
I drank a whole litre of Sunny D. I'm going to die. Jay got me this.
Well, my lady friend.
Technically, Laura
my
got
lady
this. Thank
friend
you very much, though,
got
if
it
you're
for
watching.
him. Yeah.
It's a taste of the 90s.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful. He got banned. But obviously it didn't get banned. That was the rumour.
Lead poisoning.
No, for turning children yellow. And I'm being serious.
Oh,
I'm not even
Dorgu
joking.
there.
I don't know. It was,
Team one up.
it's probably an urban myth. But that was the rumour that a girl turned yellow and they had to ban it.
I love that.
Yeah, because it was full of
She
water.
turned yellow.
Yeah, like Violet
He's touched that.
Beauregard.
That's a corner. How's that not a corner?
Is it legal to jump on the shoulders of your own teammate?
Is it legal to turn a child yellow?
No, it wasn't. Clearly it is because it's still on the shelves. But is it illegal to? Presumably you can't jump on your own teammate's
Oh, I
shoulders.
didn't think you could. I don't know.
Because that'd be great from corners.
Yeah, I thought
You must not be
yeah.
able to.
allowed
Like
to
a
do
line
that.
out in rugby.
I feel like if it was allowed, I don't know. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know.
Arsenal would be a nightmare.
That's what I was going to think. I was thinking Arsenal would have been right on that, surely. If you-
Chelsea have got one back.
As well.
Who scored for Chelsea?
Cauldron Palmer.
He needs a goal, doesn't he?
What?
Oh, go on. Oh my.
Bloody hell.
They've lost the plot, Brighton.
They have, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They've lost the plot.
Lost their heads.
Is this Lewis Dunk?
Donkey.
It is, isn't it?
Chunky donkey. See, Haaland not in the squad at all, was he today? The absolute
Is
loser.
there any explanation of that?
That's what. Lucky we had Bruno Fernandes as vice captain, isn't it?
Resting him for the parade. They need all the bodies they can get for that one.
Very good.
Thank you.
Nice bit of slander.
It's a lovely
Come on.
pass from
Got
Maguire.
Bruno, let's get you 22, boy.
Go on, Bruno. Go on, son. Go on, son.
I'm
Go on, son.
Don't
Go
get-
on. Oh,
He's the best player in the world.
He is.
Hey, Bruno.
He actually
Dorgu.
is.
Oh, no! Oh, he still got it! How?
Mate, what is going on here?
I'm scared. We've won the league. Honestly, if we play like this, we've literally won the next 10 leagues. What the fuck is going on?
Everyone's just absolutely taking
Everyone's
fucking
just
living
fucking
piss out
on
of
it,
Brighton.
man.
Yeah,
Belaber's
Carlos
coming on.
Belaber,
Look at this.
get him on.
That's how desperate they are.
He's going to start playing for us, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's he play for?
At what point do we play Welbeck through so we can get a goal?
Yeah, let's get Welbeck.
That's what I said. I said 4-1 would be the dream scenario. Get Welbeck, get a consolation goal for them.
I wouldn't mind Lomans getting a clean sheety.
Or a goal.
He's not had enough of them. Or a goal. Would you rather Lomans get a clean sheet or a goal? It's a goal, innit? It's a goal,
Yeah, because a clean
Seeing
sheet like is normal. Like a goal is unreal. You're up there with like Sir Paul Robinson and
that. Yeah,
who's the other one?
Peter Schmeichel.
Alisson
yeah.
did it as well. No, was it that game where Schmeichel scored? Is it
Lomans
Volgograd,
scored
whatever
against
it was?
Real Madrid's under 20s or something.
Lomans did.
Yeah.
There you go. See, he's got form. He's on fire.
Look at this, the absolute menace that is
Oh my
Patrick Dorgu in a
God.
decent.
He's
I mean,
been
it
so
wasn't quite
good.
enough on it, but to find a sort of dinky at the end of that.
A little dinky.
Yeah,
Yeah, go on.
we're ace. We're really good. Keep the ball. Do what you want. Fuck
Just
it.
do anything.
Just do anything. It works. Everything works.
Come on, it's about time we give these a fucking good idea.
It's
Anyway,
mad, isn't it? Like you said,
12-year-old
Jay.
manager taking the piss.
They've got potentially Champions League football on the line
Oh,
today.
no, you didn't fucking think
I know
it.
it's not going to happen for me even if they'd have won, but like they might drop out of European places. I think. Minty.
Get rid of it. Fuck off.
Hey. Love this.
It's just nice.
Should we do a little table as it stands piece?
Are we top?
We must be.
I mean, watching today, there's no reason why we shouldn't be top, is there? So we are third, guaranteed. As it stands, Brighton are 8th, clinging on by the skin of their toes to the last Europa Conference spot. However, if any of Chelsea... Actually, no, that doesn't work because that would mean that Sunderland lost. But if Brentford get a goal against Liverpool...
Someone just messaged me about
They're not playing Liverpool. Oh, Curtis Jones has just scored for Liverpool. So they're 1-0 up now. So that probably keeps it safe for Brighton in terms of getting that Europa Conference spot.
Carlos Baleba
comes on.
What has he got?
This is it. This is the most important 35 minutes of your life, son.
Yeah. So now we're a City goal.
Decision just on this.
A City goal against Villa away from Bournemouth being a Champions League club next season. Wow. I'd like to see that.
I would like to see that.
Fuck, that is mad, isn't it?
It's just interesting.
Imagine if you're like a Sheffield Wednesday or even like a Middlesbrough.
Jesus Christ, Senna.
Or Sheffield United. Or, you know, you look at the clubs outside of the Premier League that have done a bit over the last sort of century or so.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Imagine you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan, you see Bournemouth in the Champions League.
Do you know what I love as well, right? Because I hate Newcastle.
Yeah.
I just love it if Eddie Howe's at Newcastle in the fucking 12th and Bournemouth are in the Champions League.
Yeah.
That'd just be funny.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
All over
Fucking
the place.
idiot.
Also, West Ham.
Yeah, that's why you're 3-0 down, because of that throwing. Get a grip.
Classic
Fucking
case.
acting like that's the match deciding fucking decision.
He's fuming.
Yeah.
You're already 3-0 down. You've barely kicked the ball for 60 minutes. West Ham, by the way, Jay.
Yes.
Is this the classic case of the grass isn't always greener?
What do you mean?
Post Moyes.
Yeah, me and you've spoken a lot about it. I like your thoughts on this because you've made quite a big deal over the last couple of years, and I think you're right too because they kept going back to him, didn't they? So there was it Pellegrini came in and flopped, and then
Go on.
oh, it was a straight out, good effort. Just two down the middle. He's been there. Is it 3 times or twice? He's been there twice. Sorry. Yeah. And they scored a load of goals when he's there. I think they scored like the most amount of goals they've scored in the Premier League, or up there with the most amount of goals. Yeah. They got top 6 or 7 or whatever it was. Yeah. Won obviously the Europa Conference. And then I remember when I did the overlap.
The record points total as well.
Right, record points total. There was a West Ham fan there, a young girl was on there as a West Ham fan. And she was trying to make I could tell she was trying to make the case for both arguments because she was obviously conscious of the fact that West Ham fans would lay into her no matter what she said. And she's like, look, I get he's done well, but the football isn't great. And it's like, what would you rather have? In an ideal world, you'd rather have winning games and great football. But you have to have a bit of realism about it as well. And it's very difficult to do that. And I just think, you know, no matter what argument you want to make, getting rid of Moyes has not worked out for him, has it? No. Like, it just hasn't.
I mean, so you're right.
Shea Lacey.
Shea Lacey's coming on.
A little cuddle off
with
Michael Paddock.
A good amount of time to go as well.
Yeah. Oh, he's bringing off Dogu, though.
Well, he's been excellent, hasn't he? And he's come back from a big injury as well.
He was just saying.
So
he was just taking off. Did he get a...
Ahmad will go to the left then, I think.
Of course. Oh, and he got an assist as well?
Yeah, for Bruno.
Yeah.
For the Bruno goal. Hell of an outing for Patrick.
He's going to be such an important player. Whatever position he plays, I think he's going to be class.
Yeah. I mean, just so... Obviously, I think in the fine details against teams sitting back, sometimes I don't know if his touch and his agility and, you know, that real cuteness that we see from a Mainu, if he's got that top level of that. But little things like fucking chasing the fuck down out of... who was it before? Who he just caught up and ran past him? Vifer. Wiffer. You just can't fucking... You can't buy that.
Is Semenyo that much better than him?
I don't know that he is. I don't know. I don't think so. Like that was just brilliant. He's been really good today, Doug. Really effective.
Is it City are losing, I think?
How are they losing now?
Sorry. I accidentally seen it.
Yeah, City are losing to Aston Villa, so that'll probably put an end to Watkins with another one. He's done it again, hasn't he, Watkins? He annoys me, actually.
Of course he has. Another 80 million quid well spent.
Yep.
Wesley Fofana off for Chelsea.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ. When he's not injured, he's getting sent off. It's weird, Nick, because in some ways, right, going back to what you were saying earlier, Joe, I get it with like why would anyone go to Chelsea, but I do think there is a lot of reasons why you would. Like obviously the dough is unreal. It's London. It's one of the like glamour clubs in it where
nice area.
Isn't that, you know what I mean? You've got a bit about him, but it's a bin fire there.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot to sort out, and you were saying Finn, they've given him more freedom and he's gonna have more control. He's gonna need it, and he's gonna need time as well. And that's the one thing he won't get there is he won't get time because you've got a squad full of underperforming, overpaid idiots.
I think there's too much to do with that squad for someone like Xabi Alonso with his stature and you know, he for his career needs to have positive performances and be gathering momentum with results, which I don't think you can get with Chelsea's squad this season.
I think you need it. It's at least a 2-season job, that, isn't it? Yeah. Next season just steady it a little bit and then the following season kick on.
And that's assuming that your
I don't think he'll get that.
owners do stick to their word.
Yeah.
And don't,
which they haven't done in many ways.
Free kick here for Brighton, 25 yards out. Straight into the face.
Was that his own player?
Brighton's
own player.
Who he kept telling to come closer to the ball. Well done, Senna.
Claimed by Senna.
Someone on the deck.
Lacey would have scored that.
Oh, he was away then.
The ref should send himself off for denying Lacey a clear goal scoring opportunity there. Shouldn't he?
He should. It's only right.
Serious foul play. What's he done? Why are we stopping it? Because he's maybe hurt his leg.
What?
Does he? Yeah. What did he do? Maguire clatters into him. Here we go. Go on, Maguire. What you got, lad? Knee right in the thigh. Double switchblade. Then he falls into... don't even know. For Brighton.
Yeah, but you don't get the game stopped because you've hurt
my leg. Because I've hurt my leg a little bit.
No, I need a bit of a massage. All right, hang on a minute. We'll just stop Shea Lacey getting his first Premier League goal so you can have a massage.
Yeah.
Stop Shea Lacey from scoring a 60-yard scream.
Exactly, which is obviously what he was about to do.
It's annoying that.
That's about to be Ronaldo Porto type finish.
Tuchel was about to redo his England squad based on this game.
Luke Hutchie. Say Portugal win the World Cup.
Yes.
Where is Bruno Ballon d'Or?
He wins it.
He wins it.
If he wins it, being one of the best players, if not best, if he won Player of the Tournament, I think he'd be nailed on as Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, If he's excellent for Portugal and they win the tournament,
Scouse is a drawing.
Yeah, and do you know what that does? Puts Brighton in a position where if Brentford score again, they're out of Europe.
Wow. Just going back to the Ballon d'Or thing.
Yeah.
The World Cup can do a thing to football fans in general where if a player does really well, so they have an outstanding Player of the Tournament campaign, maybe they win the World Cup, fans can completely forget whatever they've done before that and they instantly become favourites for the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. In every World Cup year it happens. Yeah. Whoever the best player is instantly in that conversation. Yeah. So if you put that on top of an incredible record-breaking season for Bruno, I think he would be easily on the podium if he had a World Cup campaign like that.
I think especially if Arsenal don't win the double.
Yeah.
I think if PSG win the Champions League final, and therefore you don't need to go out your way to find someone from Arsenal that's won it. I know that would mean PSG have won a double at least, but I think it's different there when them winning the league, isn't it? It's not seen the same way.
Yeah.
And again, if maybe PSG win the Champions League and France win it, then I'm sure Dembele would get the Ballon d'Or. But I genuinely do think he'd be in that right up in the top 2 or 3, Bruno, if they were to win the World Cup with him starring.
100%. Shout out to Paul. You know, Paul Rancaster, who's come on the channel quite a lot. He just messaged, he's tuning in. I agree. I mean, just really weird when some of the conversations we've had about Bruno over the years, and it's just like,
the fact he's sometimes not even made the top 20 when he's been one of the best number 10s in the world in seasons gone by.
Yeah,
there's so much politics involved in that award anyway.
I was always thinking like maybe Bruno might be still around for when we do win another title. Maybe be like, you know, do a Brian Robson. I think I've said it a few times where he's sort of like, you know, in the squad and we win it. But you think he could actually be in the fucking team, couldn't he? He could play for United for another 5 years for all we know, and there's no reason to think why in the next 5 years we couldn't win a title. No. So that's not beyond the realms of possibility.
I mean, if you are on the right path, you only need to be on it for 2 or 3 seasons.
Well, that's it, innit?
Or maybe 4 at a push. But I think we've certainly been on the right path for 12 months. I think the squad is a better setup now than it was 12 months ago.
No, I agree.
And probably the same for even 2 years ago. Even though we've sacked a manager in that time. I think this team is far better equipped to do good things.
Go on, Shay.
Lazy.
Go on, skin him, his shit.
West Ham has scored.
Oh, West Ham have scored.
Interesting.
What, are they winning now?
Yeah.
Spurs still ahead.
Yeah.
Spurs still ahead.
I can't believe I kind of want Spurs to stay up, just given the context around
Yeah.
Fernandez.
That's fair enough.
It's funnier if Spurs get relegated,
Yeah.
but it doesn't help United.
Yeah.
Yes. Palace are just shit, aren't they?
Cheers, ref.
Who's that? Was right. Yeah. Is this a foul? I couldn't even see what happened. I was looking in the wrong place again.
Just got clattered.
Is he giving a foul there? What is that?
I'm not sure what's going on here,
Is it
to be honest with
thrown
you.
to
Sorry, I know it's been a
Thrown
bit
to
quiet.
No, I think we got a free kick.
Free kick.
Yeah, we did.
I think for Lacey getting.
Yeah, it wasn't obvious what had happened
Yeah.
for either of them. Yeah, it's good stuff, this, from United. We don't never do this, do we? Beating Brighton 3-0 away. It's not... You can't just take it for granted.
Oh, lead.
This is the one they've already
Oh,
told us
right.
about. West Ham 1-0 up against Leeds, for anyone who's interested. That's a good ball. Yeah, I hope they don't score, Brighton.
Fuck off.
Mark, score Brighton. That's a heavy touch. Somehow.
Go on, get rid. Yes.
Ooh.
Have a bit of that.
Right in the chops.
Hey.
Ouch.
As it stands, Spurs staying up.
Are Spurs currently winning?
Yeah.
So they need that. They need 2 goals to go the wrong way in 20 minutes. Not happening, is it?
Imagine.
I'd love that. Go on. Well done.
Oh, unlucky. Go on.
And again. Whoa! That worried me
Mainu's,
there.
I think
Mainu's on a
gonna get
yellow,
sent
isn't
off
he?
there.
Yeah.
Is he already on a yellow?
Yeah.
Last day of the season, ref. Don't be
Who
silly.
cares? I would think about getting
Don't-
Mainu off though. Just
Don't try and be a hero, ref. It's not exactly
No, it's
a
not.
bucket.
It's fucking 50-50.
I don't think it's a foul.
No.
no, it's not.
No.
Is it?
no,
It's not anything. It's
no.
just whatever.
He's not. I thought when I first saw it, there was a camera in the way as well. I thought he'd put his studs up and thought you're
Yeah.
in trouble there, but he
Someone
hadn't.
get rid of these cameras, please.
Yeah, can we?
Should have the telly suspended from the ceiling like a jumbotron at a
That'd be
basketball
good.
game.
Yeah, man.
Or just get like a hologram projector.
Yeah, that'd be nice. ABBA Voyage style.
Yeah.
You've been to see that, haven't you, Jay?
What's that?
I don't know.
ABBA Voyage. Is that the follow-up to Mamma Mia?
No. It's the follow-up to ABBA being young.
ABBA being.
So now, instead of ABBA being old, they just do...
So that's a foul?
Hollands. Yeah, that was a foul. Belabes. Shite.
He might just not be very good.
Carlos Baleba.
Yeah.
I mean, going off the 5 minutes we've seen of him so far in this game, I agree.
Keeper. I don't know now. That's poor though, innit? United just slowing down a little bit last 10 minutes, I'd say.
That's all right. Tyler Fletcher and Joshua Zirkzee coming on.
Do you think this is Joshua Zirkzee's last Premier League game?
For United, yeah.
Could be, yeah.
I don't see it changing, do you?
It's sad because he's such a likeable character.
Yeah.
The squad clearly love him, and he has got qualities that
Yeah.
just maybe aren't best suited to United or to the Premier League.
No.
So it's a shame. But
Mount and Bruno coming off.
and
Looks like Euro in the background there is about to come on as well. Decent game for Mason Mount today.
Yeah, he's been good actually.
Yeah,
He's done well there.
I think he needed that
Yeah,
after
he
the
did.
Sunderland game. Just a little reminder that he's not done. Because I thought you pointed out, Joe, he had a good cameo against Forest,
Yeah.
but he was good today. And he's not going anywhere, is he? Like, he's not.
So
We're
is
not
that
going to sell him. Like, I thought we
Euro-
might at one point, but I don't think we are. We're going to keep him. So
that's Euro kind of
need to
coming
see
on as a
more from
right
him
back
next
here.
season. It's what? Sorry.
Euro coming on as probably a bit of a right back
Mm.
here, unless we've moved to a 3.
Was that Euro for Maguire?
Yeah.
Right.
See, Chelsea have had 8 red cards this season, which is double any other team.
Because they're just
What's
a shambles.
Is that a
aren't they?
record?
I
Like,
don't know actually.
they're just all over the gaff, aren't they?
Yeah, they are literally
Do you know
just
what I mean?
like
Like,
complete mess, aren't they? Really?
yeah. It makes the whole Liam Rossini thing even more insane that they thought he could fix that mess.
Yeah.
I know he's contributed it to it, but they were all over the gap before he got there.
All academy midfield pivot right now. Kobe Mainu and Tyler
That's
Fletcher.
what we love to see.
We love to
That's
see
a
it.
real quiz.
Fuck off. Barely touched him, did he?
Dive. I think maybe part of the reason Tyler Fletcher's got the nod here, ahead of others, not that he doesn't have other great qualities, but I think the height goes a long way. I think they'll be looking to see who can defend set pieces, and he's someone that can be valuable there.
Well done, Son of Lemons.
He's so good at that,
Yeah.
Lemons, isn't he?
Yes.
Just
read
makes
that
it look
well.
so comfortable
Yeah, he does.
there. Like, some of our keepers we've had over the last few years would just be stood on the line, hoping that we won the header.
Go on, Josh. Touch.
Almost.
Keep going, lad.
Go on.
Get into him.
Done quite well there. In fairness, Brighton. Fletcher tracking back well.
Well done, Luke Shaw.
And again.
Lovely.
Well done.
Go on.
Come on, one more. Let's get another.
Switch.
Be nice for Lacey to get a goal, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Has he played
Luke
for him
Shaw's
since the
doing
Brighton game?
nice there.
Am I just completely forgetting?
But since Burnley.
Yeah. No, Brighton, was it in the FA Cup he got sent off?
Yeah. No, he hasn't. I don't
Right.
think he's-
Sorry, I couldn't
Yeah,
remember.
Here he is.
Yoro is playing right back by the looks
Yeah.
of things. And then Maguire's charging into the box.
Maguire's
Go on.
to Ronaldinho on the right wing.
Lovely
Oh my
cross.
god.
Oh my God.
She's going to loop in.
He nearly scored there. Maguire.
Imagine if that had gone in.
Look at him.
Hey, stick down your pipe, Thomas Tuchel.
Nice little change of pace here, slows it down and then goes again.
One out, mate.
Dink to the back post and it hits the crossbar.
Fucking hell, mate. I'd have been
Goes
like
behind.
Nanny against Arsenal.
Yeah.
That would have been class.
Funny you said Ronaldinho because it had a bit of that drifting
Yeah.
fan in the far corner. I know it's a very different type of shot, but the closer we got to the net, you were like, oh my God, this might go in.
Go on.
You know, what's going on here?
Take
get
it
one more.
back. Get one more.
Oh, Bruno.
Fuck, that would have been great.
Lacey.
Lacey.
Nah, he's got his bearings wrong there.
He fancied it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He can hit him. So just say United above the names. Don't know about that.
Where?
Above their names on the kit.
On the.
Looks like I don't know.
No need for that.
No need for that. You know who it is.
What about Newcastle this season?
Fucking shit, and I love to see it.
Been bad, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Think Eddie Howe goes?
You'd think
I
so,
think
wouldn't
didn't
you?
they say quite recently that they're definitely sticking with him?
I don't
Someone
know.
reliable, I think. said
Really?
that. I think so.
Christ.
I could be wrong there, but I
That
thought
Liverpool with Slot though, you think?
why?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Newcastle, I somewhat get it a bit more because it
Yeah,
could be another
I do get it.
grass is always greener
Newcastle's
type of
owners are
thing.
renowned for being patient with people that piss them off.
Oh well, they're selling a decent
I mean?
percentage of their ownership, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
Only about 20%. It's not like
Because they've realised it's the most fucking insane
Yeah.
idea they've ever had. And no matter how much money we've got, there's no point in wasting it on this shite.
something like that.
Right.
I do think like it, like
Ref.
good tackle. We got lucky there, you know. I think he gets the ball there. I mean, do book him for screaming in your face.
I mean,
ref,
mate,
but also,
seriously, get a grip.
Minter.
He's not happy.
See, he agrees with that decision. Fucking hell, mate.
I know. Dallo got 2 yellow cards for that. To be fair, it is.
I
a good
think that
tackle.
is
It is a good
Did
tackle.
you-
I'd be annoyed, but it's not like
It's definitely a booking for
fucking
going
this,
ballistic
let's
at the
go
ref.
ape shit for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking hell, chill out.
Mate, it's not that deep.
No. He was at Newcastle, wasn't he?
Oh, was there?
Did they sell him
One
from
of the
Newcastle?
yeah,
I think they did.
one of the PSR sales.
Yeah. PSR sold, did you just
Yes,
say?
I did.
That was a console in the early 2000s. Get it from Skegness. It's like a normal PSP, but it's not like poo for
Yeah.
some reason.
It was brown.
Yeah. You get used to that though.
Yeah.
Did you ever play video
Play with my
games,
arsehole?
Jay?
No, I
not
did
play
not.
with your arsehole, the PS arsehole. Did you ever play video games?
No, with us it was we just used to hunt buffalo for fun.
We would,
Yeah,
you'd
do you know what I
chase
mean?
dozens of bison off a cliff edge.
That's how we used ourselves when I was a kid.
The
yeah,
dinner pit.
I had I mean, I'm gonna show my age now. I had
Go on.
like I can't remember, was it like a Commodore 64 I think computer, and then I had
Yeah.
like the original Nintendo, the NES.
Yeah, Nintendo
Yeah,
Entertainment
then I had a
System.
Mega Drive after that.
Okay, that's up into the 90s though. That's,
Yeah, that was it. And then
But you didn't carry it
decent
on
array.
once you started going out and you didn't get into
I've
it.
never been a big gamer personally. Like my lad's got a PS5 and that. And now and again I'll play FIFA or whatever it is with him, but I'm not really into.
Yeah.
Never really been into that sort of thing.
Are you much of a gamer, Finn?
I had my gamer era
Oh, did ya?
around lockdown. I clocked 3,000 hours on Counter Strike.
Well done, son.
A few too many, I
That's
think.
3,000 hours. That's 125 days
Yeah.
worth. Were you really good?
It's quite good.
You must have been pretty good.
Yeah. A
Blimey.
lot of Fortnite.
Okay, yeah. I see.
Golden era. Oh, Malacia is coming on, to be fair.
There he is.
Oh, there we go. He's
Final.
it's like Carrick wanted to
score.
prove a point against us lot.
Yeah, he heard us.
Luke Shaw as well. Sterling season from Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Final
Oh,
Obviously
West Ham
two
just
shot.
scored again.
2-0. Who scored?
Yeah, Jared Bowen, your mate.
Of course he did.
But it might not mean anything.
Jarrad.
Luke Shaw has been the steadiest of Eddies this season, hasn't he?
Big
Yeah,
time.
which is nice, isn't it? Because usually it's all going on at left back, innit?
Yeah. Pascal Gross.
What are we on here? Let's have a look.
Are you looking at your winnings?
Yeah, no, there is no winnings to speak of. Just looking at what's the sort of the roundup. Do you want a quick score roundup?
Yeah, go on then.
Fulham are 2-0 up against Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's 1-1 between Forest and Bournemouth. It's 1-1 between Liverpool and Brentford. It's 2-1 to Sunderland against Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's 2-1 to Villa at City.
Mm.
It's 1-0 to Spurs at home to Everton. It's 2-0 to West Ham over Leeds. And obviously it's 3-0 for United at Brighton. Burnley and Wolves are drawing 1-1. And Arsenal are 2-0 up against Crystal
Nice
Palace.
switch from Corby.
Which doesn't surprise me because it's literally like Arsenal are on the beach, but Palace are probably playing their resis because they've got a European final, aren't they?
Yeah. Nice. Go on. Let's get one more. Let's fuck them about a bit. Get Bruno one more assist. Ooh. Can't pass that, lad. Goal. I think this is the 2-0 West Ham. Yeah. Jared Bowen. Too little, too late for them, though, innit?
Yeah, let's Everton do a madness.
And get 2 against Spurs.
Yeah.
Can Spurs just draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spurs draw are fine.
They have to lose.
Right.
They can draw, but the goal difference is just
Yeah.
11 better, isn't it?
You never know.
Never know.
Been done a little bit dirty. Well, it's 39 quite a lot, Joe, to
It's
go
the
down
mo-
on.
I think it's the most for about a decade.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think,
It's
I
a lot.
think
It's because it's been a much more sort of level season.
Very
isn't it?
competitive
Yeah,
season, isn't
far
it?
more competitive. That's better for the league, though.
I think it was it. Fucking show major. Was it 2003? They went down with like 40 odd points.
Yeah. I don't know if it was that year, but teams have
Yeah.
gone down with 41 before, haven't they, or 42?
Right.
But yeah, it's,
I remember the season we won the league.
39 points is good these days. Because that whole 40 points and your save thing
There we
had
go.
become a bit of a myth, really. Like, you were
Yeah.
you were typically well safe by 35, 36.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it was. I remember in 2003 they went down on 42. I thought so. 'Cause I remember we won the league that year. I think that at the time was like the highest anyone's ever gone down on.
Yeah. I mean, Shepherd. So points needed. So 43 points was 2003, like you said, Jay, I think. And then 2004,
Sorry, 40. Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. 43.
2004 was 34.
Yeah. Jesus.
Then it's been roughly between 35 and 40 points ever since. Last season, 29. In 2021, 29 points would have kept you up. Is that right?
In 2021. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at this. Fulham were relegated with 28 points
Brighton
in
fans
17.
leaving the Amex.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, let's have a look. When was that? 2021?
Yeah. And then last season, 36 would have kept you up. 35 last season, 36 the year before that.
Yeah. Fulham went down on 28, so 29 would have kept you up.
That's insane,
Burnley
isn't it?
stayed up on 39 points, but they were 11 points.
Imagine getting 29 points and staying up. That is literally the...
Well
the
done there,
Premier League
Malacia.
record.
Did enough there.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I
He did
mean? Fair play to him.
He doesn't have another club lined up, does he?
Does he
Don't
not?
think so.
No, well, I mean, it's only fucking. He's got ages yet.
Yeah.
I hope he just.
I hope he's got a bit of a
move, like,
future,
He's got to
yeah.
have someone, and it's going to come in and fucking have him.
Get it.
Ooh. Let's
Well,
keep
fuck
this.
off.
Let's keep this clean sheet.
But yeah, I think this is the highest points total needed since 2016. So yeah, 10 years.
Mad that.
Yeah,
2016. It's 10 years ago.
I know.
Sexy.
Oh, good save, Lomans.
There was power behind that.
Yeah, there
That's
was.
ours.
Goal kick.
Thank you. Like you said, Joey, what is clean sheet, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's weird 'cause he's had a mint season, not had loads of clean sheets, have we, this season? I think
No.
we've hardly had any. It's not his fucking
Usually
fault.
nice for the amount of screamers that he's conceded.
I know.
Top
Yeah.
bins that no keeper would have saved.
No.
Because he doesn't concede many that, like, if they're in a savable area, he usually saves them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got one of the best goals prevented in the league this
It
season.
makes it feel like he's somehow worse from long shots and
Yeah,
kind of.
exactly. But realistically, he's probably conceded the same amount of long shots as any other keeper.
Yeah.
But they just become a higher
Go on,
percentage
Josh.
of the overall goals.
Go on, son.
Go on, Josh.
Get it? No.
You can do it, Joshy.
But
he's,
he's summed up his United career.
Corner. One more assist from
Yeah,
Bruno.
sure.
Let's do it, lads.
In terms of goals prevented, he's still first or top two with
Yeah, he is.
Ruffs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mental in it as well. Wasn't it like one full season in
his previous club.
Yeah, one or two.
Yeah.
What is he,
In
23?
Belgian First League.
Yeah.
24 now,
24
maybe?
Yeah.
Don't you understand how fractions work?
Exactly.
Which, for a keeper, that's 17.
Yeah.
So.
Right, come on. Bruno with the corner. Let's get one more
Pete
assist.
Boland's flag there,
Go
you
on.
can see.
Let's
One
do it.
love. Go on, Harry. Harry Maguire, slabhead.
It's not
Go
bad.
on, son.
Yes. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. He's hit
Who
the
was
Chris
that?
Boyd.
Lenny Oro.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Comes off.
Oh, it's a deflection. That
yeah,
should
does
be
it
a
come off
corner.
a
Corner, you
Brighton player, no?
fucking robbing bastards.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
comes
does.
off.
They're not giving it.
Typical.
Shit house.
Been
Cheating
done,
bastards.
been done again.
Trying to cost us this game
Bruno would have definitely got another assist then as well.
from the second one.
Yeah.
He's just got kicked.
And the referee's just seen
that's
that.
that's allowed.
Take
which is
your
good.
shirt and shorts off and set them on fire because you don't deserve them.
Well done.
Innit?
Well said.
It's good that kicking other players is allowed.
I want
now.
your shirt, shorts, and socks on my desk first thing tomorrow morning. You can wear other clothes, but you won't be wearing these. And the little pencil, and the other little pencil that you keep in your sock. He's hurt him now.
Yeah.
And if we'd have had that second corner,
So what I mean,
You
it's
know.
all down to this referee.
it all knocks on, doesn't it? Ipso facto.
What has he done?
I don't
It
know.
looks a bit
It
grim,
looks
doesn't it?
quite severe.
Why,
You
what's
don't
he
get a
done?
blood test there, do you? You
No,
don't-
it's
nothing-
like,
Maybe he's
no
had
kind of-
something removed, or but even that
It
isn't
looks a
usually
bit
as
gnarly,
bloody
doesn't
as
it?
that. Maybe he's been bitten by a bee,
A bear.
oh yeah.
a bear. Yeah,
Does,
a
yeah,
child.
he probably lives in Cheshire. There's loads of them
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
Father up. I like Cheshire as a county because it is known for being posh, but there are some really not posh parts of Cheshire, aren't there? I live in Cheshire, technically.
Yeah.
But again, not in the posh bit.
That's the dream.
Where do you live?
Mate, Eccles.
Is that the county?
No, Salford's the city and the county's Greater Manchester.
Is it?
Yeah.
Although I don't get why Stockport's Cheshire when it's one of the sort of boroughs of.
Yeah, I thought
Greater Manchester.
it was Greater Manchester, but obviously you
Yeah.
know best 'cause you fucking live there.
It is considered part of Greater Manchester, but the postcode is Cheshire.
Best of both worlds, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're trying to impress people, you can be like, I live in Cheshire. And when you're trying to be like man of the people, have you ever run for office?
Which I will be doing.
Do you know what I mean? When you're in Gorton, you can go like, I live in Manchester. And when you're in Denton, you can say, I live in Cheshire.
Yeah. A proud
Do you know what I mean? You can appeal
Greater
to
Manchesterian.
the whole political spectrum.
Yeah. Love that. Brilliant.
Brighton fans are obviously determined to give their players a good send off by all fucking off home
Yep.
before the final whistle.
How many times have Brighton got European football?
Once.
It's not
Yeah,
many, is
but-
it? Like to act like they don't need to be here. Go on, Yoza. Yoza. Get him.
6 minutes of added time here. Touch from Tyler Fletcher there.
Nice.
Here
Go on.
comes Shea Lacey.
Go on, Lacey. Go on, son.
Go on.
Icing on the cake time.
Yeah.
That's a foul.
Go on, Bruins.
Give it Zirks.
Xerxes
Shoot it.
spin and fucking top bins it. Hey, imagine.
Spin and bins.
Spin and bins, and that's the European record smashed.
Oh. Back to Bruins. Right, who's in the box now?
I'd love a fucking Bruno assisted.
Oh,
go on,
hit
Cobby.
it, hit it.
Go on, Cobby.
Oh, shit. Get him off. Get him off!
You're just ruining everything, Cobby.
Shirt and shorts, my desk Monday morning.
Hey,
watch the ref on your way out.
Amarin was right.
Yeah. You can't even get 22 assists from Bruno. What are you doing?
Oh dear.
What time wasting here, Brian?
Yeah, fucking hell.
They're only a Brentford goal away, you know. Ooh. It's hardly safe. A Brentford goal puts them A 9th. They'll be listening to the radios in the stadium, won't they, Jay?
Is City, sorry, still losing?
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, I'm not to be all petty.
Oh, Arsenal are 2-2 now.
Fucking
Palace have got 2
sure.
back. Mateta and Pino with 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Stop that.
Pinot Grigio.
Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. I've just said that. I'm just going to say the same thing as
keep going.
that Jay had also said. How long can we keep saying the
Just
word
get stuck in
Pinot
a loop.
Grigio for?
Pinot Grigio.
What a ball from Lacey over the top. Go on. Cut back.
Is that Bruno?
Lacey.
Oh, it's Lacey. Pass it.
Oh, lucky
Off to-
there, lad.
Really good ball that he played out to Ahmad. Oh, there's nothing in that.
Come on, ref. You've accused the ref of taking a bung, Jay. Have you ever taken a bung?
A bung.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. And more's the pity.
A bunge.
What could that possibly mean?
Don't know. Oh, it's been disallowed.
I was going to say I thought it just updated on me.
2-1 still to Arsenal.
The bastards. Get back, you bastards.
Mateta. Would you have Mateta, Jay?
No. Would you?
Probably.
In
Just
the squad.
about. Yeah. But you know he'd end up somehow. He'd end the season with like 2 goals in 27 appearances in all comps, wouldn't he?
That's
and he'd
the
be like,
only thing,
the
I
lot have
think.
been a bit off the bench, and you're like, yeah, but he still doesn't do out. It's not a bad touch. Yeah, so Arsenal's still winning. I kind of want Brentford to get an extra goal here. Obviously, it's against Liverpool, so I do anyway. But part of me thinks Brighton have been so shit today. Reminds me of Aston Villa last game of last season. Do you know, it's like they've got something on the line.
Yeah.
And they've come out just like pure ass.
Yeah.
So obviously we want Liverpool to lose anyway. But forget about this. Got a minute left. Well, a minute and 10. Anything coming in, Jay?
No, it's all looks like pretty much the same old. There's nothing that's changed. Like I say, Palace have pulled one back. Oh, have they?
Is that 2-0 now?
3.
3-0, yeah.
Putting on a show, West Ham, aren't they? 3-0 up. Shame it's absolutely irrelevant, isn't it?
Did Spurs kick off later?
No.
Because they're on like 8. It's in the 89th minute, and everyone else is like 90 plus.
They might have had.
Right, okay.
We've had water breaks.
We have one, didn't we?
Water
Yeah,
breaks.
because everyone else is in like the final bits of their.
Probably just had more stoppage time in the first half.
Yeah, because they're like 5 minutes behind everyone else.
Yeah. No, every game kicked off at 4 today.
City have had a goal disallowed, I think.
Good. Where's Foderingham doing these days? Remember him?
Yeah.
Goalie for Sheffield United.
City's goal disallowed because Phil Foden's arse was offside.
Really?
Probably.
He's at Aris Lamisol, which is a Cypriot football team. See, it's always worth asking these questions, isn't it? Let's see if we've got any super chats. Thanks for this season, lads. It's been a pleasure, says Matthias Anderson. As the game comes to an end there, Manchester United 3, Brighton 0. A final win of the season for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes breaking the assist record, getting a goal himself as well. Now he's having a deep, in-depth chat with Carlos Baleba. Wonder what he was saying there. I mean, we know what he was saying, don't it? We don't want you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shirt and shorts, my office.
I reckon he's.
tomorrow
Do you reckon
morning.
there's about 8 Brighton players there after his shirt?
Baleba's shirt or Bruno's
Bruno's
shirt?
shirt.
Yeah, probably. You'd
Yeah,
want it.
you'd want it, wouldn't you?
I'd keep it if I was
Surely- Stop his shirts, Bruno,
You'd want
like-
to keep the one that you broke the record in.
Can't,
Yeah.
mate, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to keep it. We've got a couple of super chats before we get into a little bit of reaction there. Joe's Kindle says, Baleba looks gash. We should run a mile. Cheers for the top content in, at times, a difficult season. See you next season. Cameron says, Jay, not trying to slag him off, but what has Uncle Webby made of Bruno's season? Is he not a huge fan of Bruno?
No, it was Trevor, I think, who was the most brutal. Uncle Webby, I think he likes Bruno, unless I'm misremembering. I think Webby does like Bruno. Of the ones we've had on the brew, it was Trevor who was the most critical of him. But I think Webby likes him. I think he rates him, to be fair. But we're going to get Webby on again soon. Probably in the next couple of weeks or next few weeks. So we'll ask him. We'll get him on that. Thanks for the super chat.
Paul Madison, who's been a member for 65 months, says,
Brilliant.
need Danny Boy to come back for one final run, right, Jay? I assume he means Danny Welbeck there.
Yeah, I've sort of give up on it now. I think there was a moment 2 years ago where it probably could and should have happened, but I don't think it will now. I think
Although
United.
Steve Holland's just got in his ear.
Well, Steve Holland there, so he might be.
What, in Belaber's ear?
No, in Danny
Welbeck.
Welbeck's ear,
Welbeck.
probably saying, "See you next season at Carrington."
Or Steve Holland still thinks he works for England and we've got a much bigger problem. That could be. Steve,
Saying, right,
see you at the World Cup, lad. No, Steve,
no.
neither of you are going to the World Cup. Me and Gareth have got big plans for you. This. Okay, just go. We'll stay live until the other fixtures are finished, I think, because obviously it's the final game of the season. As it stands, Arsenal currently 2-1 up in their game. We've got 1 second. We've got United obviously have won. Burnley 1-0 against Wolves. Palace losing 2-1 to Arsenal. Fulham 2-0 up against Newcastle. Liverpool and Brentford 1-1. City losing to Aston Villa in Pep's final game of his Manchester City
What a
career,
shambles.
which is nice. Forest and Bournemouth are drawing 1-1. We've got Sunderland beating Chelsea as it stands 2-1. Tottenham are 1-0 up against Everton, which is the only game of those that really matters. And West Ham have beaten Leeds 3-0, but it's looking like it won't matter because unless Everton get 2 goals, we can get that game on. We have got that game on, perfect. Unless Everton can get 2 goals in the next 6.5 minutes,
Yep.
Spurs are staying up.
we just want, right?
1.
Yeah, drama.
Yeah.
Just an Everton
Something a
goal
bit interesting, yeah.
to just give us a little bit of drama.
There's James
Oh
Garner.
my!
Oh,
He started every game this season, James Garner.
that's it. Fair play to him. Nice lad. We met him.
he's had a really good-
He was on more than a match with
we saw him in the
Damani and
studio.
Ryan Hopper.
Lovely
Nice guy.
chap.
Yeah, good lad.
Yeah,
And he's had a very good season.
yeah.
There was some surprise he hadn't gate crashed the England party, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly
Probably-
could have done more than Jordan Henderson.
Well, yeah.
I mean, of course he has. It's just mad, isn't it, really? I mean, yeah, 6 minutes to go, or 5.5 minutes. Everton got no real reason to push hard enough to get 2 goals in that time, have they? Other than, wouldn't it be funny if
for
we
the
relegated
bants.
Tottenham?
Yeah.
But I
Do you reckon
don't
that was
see
a
that
conversation going on in the dressing room?
Probably. Let's send these bastards down. Yeah, as it stands then, it's just Brentford that can take Brighton out of the top 8. Chelsea can too, but they would need 2 goals in no minutes, basically. Brentford, if they get 1. Oh no, that's full time there against Liverpool. So Brighton will get the last European spot in the Europa Conference. Sunderland are going to be in the Europa League.
Fair play to him.
Which is
That is-
fucking
Yeah, that's
amazing.
mental. It's good to see it. Well,
That
I
is
don't like
amazing.
Sunderland, but from a pure Premier League football point of view, a team coming up and actually doing well is a refreshing change.
How many times have we seen that? A promoted team getting Europa League? Because Europa League is a good tournament.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course
That
it is.
can only have happened a handful of times at all in the last sort of 25 years, can't it? Did
I
Sheffield-
remember, didn't Ipswich do it once?
Did they?
What's he doing there?
What is going on?
Pickford being a silly arse. Arsenal, yeah, that game ended. They've won 2-1. Yeah, no, it's annoying, isn't it? Everton aren't gonna be able to do it, I don't think. So in full time, we've got Palace have lost 2-1 to Arsenal. Obviously, they're champions. Fulham have beaten Newcastle 2-0. Did they get one in the last minute? Oh no, Kearney got one in the 80th minute. Liverpool and Brentford have drawn. City have lost to Villa. And then obviously, as we said before, West Ham have beaten Leeds 3-0. So the only games still remaining are Burnley 1, Wolves 1. Forest are drawing with Bournemouth. Sunderland are beating Chelsea 2-1. And this game, Tottenham 1-0 up against Everton. As Everton put one in. Header gets glanced wide from a person
He's got a Lego haircut.
He's got one of the most aggressive haircuts I've ever seen. He looks like he's meant to denote what humans will look like in the future in
Yeah.
sci-fi, doesn't
If
it?
they did a mock-up 50 years
it's
from now.
a little bit Red Dwarf, that haircut, isn't it? This is what they will look like in 2039. Alcaraz.
Multi-talented.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah, 3 minutes. I think Tottenham are going to be all right here, aren't they? Madley there.
Yeah.
Just had a little chat with, was it Bobby Madley? Having a chat with De Zerbi. I mean,
a farce.
obviously, I know these are two teams that aren't as good as us, but you switch to this, it's a fucking shit.
It's so bad.
game, and it is horrible.
Just
Honestly.
running into a load of players and he falls over, and the player who fell over celebrates because he's probably kept him in the Premier League. Just
It is
puts his
ridiculous.
shit in it.
Sunderland have beaten Chelsea. They're just
Lovely.
a mess,
So
aren't they?
no Europe for them.
No Europe at all for Chelsea. Wow. Although, again,
There's the argument. that
Alonso
it's-
coming in next
yeah.
season, if you're him, I honestly think he would rather not be in Europe than be in the Conference League.
Yeah.
I think for him, that
Also, as
is
well,
probably
like
a
I said,
decent result.
financially, don't help you. They've already won it. Like they've won the conference. Not
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, we've never been in that and won it.
Yeah.
Well, you won it 2 years ago, so you've not got any reason like whatsoever to.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go here. Again, I don't think we're going to get any sort of upset. Everton would have to score in the next 20 seconds to have any hope. He's called out well to say it was bouncing and away from his body there, Pickford. I'll give him that. King Christ. It's weird because Spurs are playing as though they're hanging on. Everton are playing as though they've got something to play for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It looks like a playoff final or something, but Everton have got no reason to be playing like this, other than Tottenham are fucked if they win. Crossing from Everton there.
Hit it.
Go on, get one. Make it a funny. Yes. Yo! Kinski with a lovely
Good
save
save.
there. That was a good save because that would have made it at least exciting for the last 2 minutes, wouldn't it? It's a good save, that.
He's done well to bounce back from that debacle, hasn't
Yeah, it was horrific, wasn't it?
he? Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. To be honest,
No.
like
Was
the
it?
goalkeeper getting subbed after 20 minutes because he's just letting everything in.
He's made 3 howlers.
Yeah, like they had
Subbed
2 shots and someone scored 3 goals.
Tyreek George there, by the way, for Everton is another player who is better than all of Chelsea's left wingers, and
Yeah.
he left.
Yeah.
They just don't have a clue.
No. Good touch. That's a good touch as well. Right, go on, hit it.
It's got to be done, hasn't it? It's got to be done now.
Go on. Oh, you got to keep that
Yeah,
low.
Tarkovsky heads it over there.
It's done now.
Deserby
There it
drops
is.
to his knee. And that'll be them
Mateus
safe, I think.
Fernandes to Manchester United.
There you go. Right, I think we can call it a day on that game as well. Everton going to be losing to Tottenham.
Yeah, we don't
Certainly
need to see the last
Tottenham
minute
aren't
of
going to be
that.
losing that one.
Trust.
So Tottenham staying up. West Ham are going to be relegated from the Premier League. The European teams, obviously Arsenal win the league, finish first. Then it's Man City in second, Manchester United in third, Aston Villa in fourth, Liverpool in fifth, Bournemouth and Sunderland take the Europa League spots in 6th and 7th respectively, and Brighton and Hove Albion take the Europa Conference League spot in 8th. Chelsea miss out, Newcastle miss out as well, and obviously Palace, who were in it last year from winning the FA Cup, also miss out, but they could still be in it, couldn't they? Because haven't they got the Europa Conference final? So they could make this Europa League next season if they win that.
Yeah.
Mad situation, but there you go. Right, that's going to be all from us. We'll be back in a few minutes for the full post-match review of Manchester United beating Brighton 3-0 in one of the most comfortable games we've ever had at the Amex, in a lovely way to sign off the season. Bruno breaking the record. We've seen him just finally getting the rewards for one fantastic season for Manchester United. And weirdly, we finished in probably the best position we could have hoped for after sacking our manager. United
couldn't have
finished
gone
in
better.
third. It's remarkable.
couldn't.
Right, stay where you are, and we're back in a few minutes. We'll see you in a bit.